What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Ain't shit free. You know, for these live streams to keep coming at you right on time. Always on time, like Ja Rule and Ashanti. I need y'all participation. I need y'all support. The comments are great. The super chats are great. But we got to get them likes up too. No, we don't have more dislikes than likes. Listen. One of the things that haters haven't figured out how to defeat the channel is they hate so bad where it doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't even said a word up until right now, yet they was on the dislike button. How? What did you dislike? You know, you dislike a picture of Mike Tyson and the music in the back. You know what I'm saying? So we're not worried about that. You know, that proves that we must be killing. If people are in their feelings like Drake, Kiki, do you love me? You know, if they in their feelings like that, to the point where, you know, that's how you, I'm a boxing god. Like Kanye West said, a god. If I don't even have to say anything and it strikes fear in the haters, then, you know, it is what it is, people. Motherfuckers. I just told you, a god. Who does he think he is? I just told you, a god. You know, we on our god body shit like Kanye. Kanye to the hand. But anyway, fuck them. Fuck them. Even if they celibate, in the words of Lil Wayne. But someone said Golovkin not hug him. What are they mad at me for? I didn't, you know, it was a good fight. Abel Sanchez is not screaming robbery. Like, how are you mad at me? You know? I just need to know that. Like, see, I get blamed for everything. See, if you guys want to be YouTubers, just consider it. You know, you might get blamed for everything. Everything. I get blamed for the fucking judge's scorecard. Like, I'm not one of the official judges. Don't blame me. Don't blame me because Golovkin's face post-fight looked like a piece of tenderized clenbuterol steak. That's not my fault. Like, I told you guys, defense is important. You know, when people have a defense, you say they're running. So, that's the results of not having an immaculate defense. Ray Hernandez says, let's talk boxing. You can leave. I talk about what I want on my channel. Like, do you guys call radio shows? Because this is similar. Do you call radio shows and then tell them, like, man, fuck that, big boy. Talk about this. You know, like, it's a show. You know, chill out. You're like, come on, man. I don't understand that. Let's get back to boxing. Like, what do you think I'm talking about? We're talking about Golovkin, the aftermath. And these dudes be like, come on, man, talk about boxing. I'm not talking about soccer or golf. Eating his yo play. Mungia sounds like an STD. Hey, you wildin'. Someone tell him where the like button's at. He said he can't find it. What kind of device you have? iPhone, Android? Canelo ain't fighting Charlo in December. I would pretty much wager money that don't happen. Shout out to 707. Say it backwards. They talking about Canelo versus Lemieux. Listen, I'm not mad at Canelo Lemieux. You guys got to be realistic. I'm not mad at Canelo Lemieux. You know, Canelo Lemieux, I'm one of the main people and advocates for guys that some people make excuses to never get a fight with an A side, you know. So don't try to use that against me. Of course I want to see Canelo versus Jacobs, Derevyanchenko winner or Boo Boo Andrade or Saunders or Jamal Charlo. Of course I want to see that. But we got to be realistic here. Canelo moved up in weight, fought big-ass Julio Cesar Chavez, who looks like he's a goddamn heavyweight now. Then he had 2 pretty much wars with Golovkin, fights that are tough. David Lemieux at least has an attribute in a new division and a different style of fight to Golovkin. Because I would say David Lemieux has better speed than Golovkin. That can make it interesting enough. Skillfully, he's not fucking with Canelo, in terms of a pure skill set. But we got to be realistic. You can't put Canelo through 2 wars or whatever and then expect him to immediately fight Charlo, which could be another war in the same year. That's not really realistic. And to be honest, most people aren't doing that at that high of a level. Like Sean Porter. That's my dude, good fighter. Fought Danny Garcia, tough fight. He's not coming back and fighting Errol Spence in December. So that's a bit realistic to expect the guys to do all that. And again, if I'm lying, tell me who's doing that. Like who's fighting people like that you would rate as high as you rate Golovkin at middleweight and as high as you rate Charlo at middleweight? Who? Who had a schedule like that this year? Actually, Wilder. If he fights Fury, like it looks like that's up there. That's Luis Ortiz and Wilder and Fury. That's up there. But who else? I'm not saying there's absolutely nobody. I can't think of nobody, that many people. I would pick Jamal Charlo over Canelo. Different style. Floyd is getting slow. Yeah, okay. Y'all really, Junior Moreno, y'all gotta realize who you get information from. I don't know where you guys get information. It says Benavidez failed the drug test. One post said clenbuterol, another said cocaine. Listen, you guys have to find and establish those sources. It had nothing to do with clenbuterol. Just because he's Mexican American, that doesn't mean everyone's going to use clenbuterol as an excuse. So I don't know who put that, but it was cocaine. You guys, like I said, this what happens. You get people who try to get in the hot seat and shit and battle with me, and they be getting their information from whoever. Yeah. I mean, well, Junior Moreno, you just said the cocaine was from ESPN notification. So whoever said clenbuterol, just do the process of elimination. Do you think they're more credible than ESPN? Whoever, and I'm not saying ESPN in terms of like subjective lists, like pound for pound, they all oftentimes get it wrong. But I'm just saying, like, in terms of a basic report like that, I would trust ESPN saying it was cocaine over, a random Instagrammer who you don't know, who doesn't get paid from boxing. So that's it. It was cocaine. Look at Rudy. He worked for DAZN. He said, "Hey, I can't wait for AJ versus Povetkin." Well, I haven't heard much of a buzz in his fight week. I did my part, though. I did the first look, tell the tape. Check it on the channel. Ego, do you consider Lomachenko pound for pound number 1? No. I have Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford has more fights. All right, we got a hot seat. I knew it's only a matter of time, people. Smash the like button. Kohler, I see you put dumb stuff in the previous one. All right. He says Povetkin is better than anyone Wilder fought. He's not better than Luis Ortiz. And he said, stop hating on AJ. You're in the hot seat. How did I hate on AJ? Name something I've said about Anthony Johnson Anthony Joshua, you know, those are his USA and his UK names. Name something. Okay, strike one. Ortiz is way older than 39. How old is he then? How old is Luis Ortiz, since you know so much? Show me the proof of his age when he defected over here and doesn't have a fucking birth certificate. How you know? How you know? Strike one. This is gonna be easy. He says you say he's ducking Wilder. Okay, so do you think Anthony Joshua wants to fight Wilder? Why didn't he fight him next? Amir Mansour. Strike two. What does Amir Mansour have to do with it? This is gonna be an easy one, y'all. Amir Mansour doesn't answer anything I asked you. So if you don't know how to play the game, you know, it's gonna be an easy hot seat for me. Look up an interview. He says Ortiz is older than him. How does Amir Mansour know? You know, he was in jail. You're not doing good. You're not really good at this. Amir Mansour was in jail for multiple years. So how does he know? How does he know? You're not even supposed to have a cell phone and shit. You know what I'm saying? So how does he know how old another person is if he was like locked up? He says, I know. All right, let me know if he got an L and didn't describe anything he was saying. Put your L's up. I'm not going all day. You know, I'm not doing this all day. He has not answered any of my questions with any fact. He knows a guy from Cuban amateur team. What's the guy's name? You're not telling us no details. Therefore, I reject your deposit. Put your L's up. Put your motherfucking L's up. Call me Elzai. Shout out to Detroit. Get him out of here.
Finish him.
Get him out of here. Shooters. Clap that. Clap that. All on the floor. Clap that. I wanna see. Clap that. We gotta clap him. You ain't saying nothing. I want to hear facts. If you don't have facts, right? If you can't prove what you're saying or even come close to it, then I don't really care. That was some easy work. That was just a warm up, y'all. That was just, can't be two good guys. I chose to be the bad guy. Fuck it. That was easy. Once again, you got new media and you got them dudes. He's way older than 39. How you know? Amir Mansour. You talking about a motherfucker who's incarcerated. How he know? How he know? He wasn't even on the outside world. That's his opinion. Cool. But I need facts. I want to know how you know how old someone is when you haven't seen their birth certificate. You know, you're not their parents. Like, how you know? He's 137 years old, Eddie Murphy voice. Oh! These man fans be looking so stupid. I be doing them greasy, y'all. I guess he's bringing up Amir Mansour, that he's alleged that Amir Mansour knows that Luis Ortiz is older than 39. But again, how does Amir Mansour know specifically if he was in jail? Like, he was in prison. So how does he know, you know, all these details about people from other countries and shit? These man fans be looking, I be doing them like a pirate. Arr, walk the plank. They be walking the plank on this show. If you don't come with your facts, come with your best artillery, your ammunition, you get done greasy. Beyond that, why is everyone so concerned with Luis Ortiz, his age, but they're not concerned with Povetkin's age? Povetkin is 38 or 39, and he's fighting Joshua this weekend. And he's shorter than Luis Ortiz and Joshua and all of them. Luis Ortiz is 2 inches shorter than Joshua. Povetkin looks like he's like 4 inches shorter than Joshua. Don't let me bring up Klitschko. Klitschko is 41. The year Tupac died is the year Klitschko medaled, 96. So once again, What do we talk about ages for? Up until Wilder, no one had stopped Luis Ortiz. So, they want to keep bringing up people's age, but I mean, does that change in the quality of the fighter? Is he not a good fighter? Let's what are we really talking? I could understand if he was 40 and he was looking 40 and he was looking like a bum, but we know that's not the case. We know he's not looking like, okay. Here's the thing. Ryan Garcia, that's my dude. I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but Ryan Garcia is extremely young, and you could tell that he's still developing, and he's trying to gain the experience as he goes because he's not fully there. Like if you ask about Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis, a lot of people would favor Tank Davis right now because experience matters. So, while someone's still developing, age ain't nothing but a number. Luis King Kong Ortiz is not looking like a 40-year-old. He's not fighting, his knees are giving out and shit in the mid-fight or some shit, and he's breathing hella crazy. So, what are we really talking about? With age comes experience. Some people age like fine wine, all that experience under their belt, unless I've seen people, I can't picture, let's say, Brandon Rios fighting when he's 40 because of his style. Luis Ortiz fights at a style that he preserves himself better than come forward, whatever, Mexican style, whatever these motherfuckers be calling it nowadays. And once again, I'm not really concerned with what anyone has to say about Luis Ortiz unless they're going to fight him. Sign on the dotted line. Eddie Hearn, shout out. We got to get to the money, man. Hold on. Ronald Finkley, $2 super chat. He said it's actually AJPA still out here. That's crazy. Listen, Eddie Hearn just did an interview and said Dillian White and Derek Chisora, the rematch is not sold up and it's not done for December. He says both of the fighters are being, quote, extremely difficult. Shout out to my dude Angel. He said, what's cracking, Ego? You always work in 707 Vallejo. It's a Bay thing. Shout out to the 707, my home. Listen, I'm going to repeat that. Eddie Hearn says Derek Chisora and Dillian White is not finalized for December. He said they're both being extremely hard to deal with, to work with. They're not getting along and not agreeing. Okay, pull out of that and make Dillian White versus Luis Ortiz and offer him something good. See, people, once again, the politics and the powers that be, they want to talk about how Luis Ortiz is old, but no one's trying to see that, man, except for Deontay Wilder. He's the only one that stepped up, with a huge name and momentum and something major to lose. So if Derek Chisora and Dillian White are having issue, bail out on that fight because most fans, a lot of fans would rather see Luis Ortiz versus Dillian White, But do you think they're going to do that? Do you think they're going to say, no, they're going to try to do their own plans and try to, create this UK domestic fight and have a UK domestic level fight? The first fight was good. They were throwing chairs and stuff, but I don't care about that. I watched it. It was good. Why not fight Luis Ortiz? Dominic Breazeale did call him out too. I would rather see that than Derek Chisora. But number one fight for Dillian White for me is Luis Ortiz. Second would be Gerald Big Baby Miller, but that's probably not likely because he's fighting in October against Thomas Adamak. And then I would say third would be maybe Dominic Breazeale. And then fourth would be maybe a Derek Chisora. Oh, wow. Dale McCree just looked it up and started killing y'all. He said, facts. Luis King Kong Ortiz, his reach is 84 inches. Deontay Wilder, who's taller, has an 83-inch reach. So that means Luis King Kong Ortiz got these long-ass, monkey-ass arms. That's why they call him King Kong. He got these long-ass arms. He said Povetkin has a 75-inch reach to AJ's 82-inch reach. See? He just pulled it up for you. See, this is pull-up gang. You know, pull-up gang. Ortiz is shorter than Wilder and AJ, who are both 2-3 inches taller than him, and his arms are longer than both of theirs. Povetkin got the shortest arms, and he's the shortest person. You know, Luis Ortiz got these long-ass arms as a southpaw who can box and move, or he could come forward flat-footed and stalk you. Make Luis Ortiz. That is the perfect fight for DAZN, in my opinion. Dillian White versus Luis King Kong Ortiz. You know, that's a great fight for the fans, especially if Derek Chisora is having an issue, you know, having an issue negotiating or whatever. All right, we got another hot seat. I'm telling you, little by little, I'm destroying y'all. Okay, hold on. Let me find them. These dudes is not getting away from this work. I promise you that. All right. It says Ortiz's reach is actually 78 inches. But BoxRec says it's longer. So how do you know which one it is if BoxRec is saying something else? I just looked on BoxRec and it says 84 inches. So just because you said they said it on Showtime, how do you know which one was right? That's my question. BoxRec says something different though. So where do they get the number from? How do you know the shorter one is the accurate one? I just put the BoxRec link. They said on Showtime they measured it. I didn't hear that. But BoxRec says it's 84 inches. So how do you just pick and choose which reach to go with? No, he has not. Boxing Truth. Who's Boxing Truth? All right, Boxing Truth. Y'all want me to battle him in the hot seat? He says Lomachenko has beaten way better competition than Crawford. LOL. All right, I got your LOL. I'll debate that. You know, I'll debate that. Y'all want me to debate Boxing Truth? We'll see who's the Boxing Truth. He says that Lomachenko has beaten way better competition. Y'all want that hot seat? I'll take that up. See, I ain't scared of this work. And you know he really fucked up because he said he has beaten. So you can't even include the Salido fight because he didn't beat Salido. So you can't even consider Salido with what you said. You get what? See, they be fucking themselves up. He says Lomachenko has beaten way better competition. So that means you have to exclude Orlando Salido as even a resume opponent because he didn't beat him. Yeah, where's Boxing Truth? You in the hot seat. I'll take you up. You want to tell me somebody in 12 fights has surpassed and beaten way better competition? You said way better. You know, you didn't say like there's a couple guys that are better than these guys. You said way better. So you mean a guy with a 33-0 record, his competition has been far lesser than a guy with 12 fights? I'll take that up. I'll take that for sure. We gonna go bar for bar, and I want you guys to judge this fairly. You going first. How you want to do it? You go first. You make your opening statement. Shout out to King Corleone. He's the one that got this one. He's the one that instigated this. Okay, a motherfucker got 12 fights. Cause you going, just so you know, I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna do like one of them the martial arts movies where he tells you how he's gonna fuck you up. you can't compete with me because you only have 12 names minus one because you said he beat way better competition and he lost to Salido, so you can't even include Salido, right? So you only have 11 names. You only have 11 names of competition to choose from. I have 33, but let's go. This is a hot seat. Everybody smash the like button. I'm about to destroy this boy. I want to hear your over this statement to this. Back up what you just said. Where is he at? I'm gonna do him like the martial arts movie. I told him how I'm gonna do him greasy. You got 11 names to choose from, because you can't even say the 12th name, which is Salido, because you said Lomachenko has beaten way greater competition. Okay, so we're gonna go line for line. I'm ready. I'm so ready. See how he be taking forever? I'm ready. I'm amped up. I'm pumped. Smash the like button. And Boxing Truth, we gonna see if you Boxing Truth. Okay. Hold on, y'all. He said, okay, in my opinion, Gary Russell Jr. Let's start with him. Name one person Gary Russell Jr. beat at the time that Lomachenko fought him. Name one person. We now know Gary Russell is a good fighter, but at the time Lomachenko beat him, name one or two names that Gary Russell had beaten of note before facing Lomachenko and losing to him. Off of the first word out of your mouth, I immediately have a rebuttal. I'm not even reading the rest of your shit. I immediately rebuttal. Name one or two good, solid, elite names that Gary Russell Jr. had fought before he fought Lomachenko. We gonna take this boy down, brick by brick, layer by layer. We stripping these boys. Okay, strike one. He just said none, but he was considered a hot prospect. So you agree, you admit, oh my gosh, this is gonna be easy. So you just said he hadn't beat anyone. I don't give a fuck about, Ryan Garcia is considered a hot prospect, and some people are saying he needs a bit more work. You know, hot prospect don't mean anything. You know, Antoine Douglas was a hot prospect, and he got stopped by Aventel Kurtzidze, who's in jail right now, and he got stopped by Gary Spike O'Sullivan, who just got stopped by David Lemieux, who got schooled the fuck up by Billy Joe Saunders. Strike one. I told you I'm gonna do this boy greasy. So you already have strike one because you admit that Gary Russell hadn't fought anyone at that time. Now the second part, you said Rigondeaux. Okay, that's way better, but Rigondeaux jumped up 2 weight classes. That's a fact, whether you want to ignore it or not. So yes, he's a 2-time gold medalist, but you notice how on the stream earlier they were saying, "Oh, Luis Ortiz, he's 39, he's probably older." They say the same thing about Rigondeaux. You know, and on top of that, Rigondeaux had 2 gold medals, which we credit him for, but he jumped up 2 weight classes to fight another motherfucker with 2 weight classes. And you're saying this is the best name. Crawford is moving up. He's fighting guys that are taller and bigger than him, guys who had belts and stuff. He unified a division. Lomachenko has not unified. You guys realize that. He has never had more than 1 belt up until he fights Jose Pedraza if he could beat him. Terrence Crawford unified a division. Strike 2. What else you say? You said Linares and Walters are arguably. Linares had been stopped by Antonio DeMarco, who got destroyed by Adrian Broner, later would lose to Jesse Vargas and stuff. So Linares is good, but his most recent performance, Mercita Hesta, and then his fight with the gold medalist Luke Campbell, they were decent performances, but they weren't like amazing throughout. You know, his last dominant performance leading up to Lomachenko was probably Anthony Corolla 2. Strike 3. Walters was on a year-plus layoff where he gained a lot of weight. That's his bad. You know, he chose to live like that or whatever. But he was coming off a draw to Jason Sosa. You know what I mean? He says Linares and Walters are arguably individually better than anyone Crawford has faced. No disrespect to Crawford. He says, listen, Nicholas Walters is better than anyone Crawford has faced. Really? He said Nicholas Walters and Linares. How you figure that? How? He already got 3 strikes. And you see, explain that. Explain how Nicholas Walters is better than anyone. When Felix Diaz arguably beat Lamont Peterson, and he had beaten Adrian Granados, right? Who stopped Amir Imam. He beat Samuel Vasquez, who was, like you like to say, a hot prospect, and he was a gold medalist. You know? So a gold medalist who had experience at 147 that got toyed with and destroyed by Terrence Crawford. You know, Olympic gold medalist in Yuriorkis Gamboa at the time. And he actually had a fight at 35. So a lot of people like to do, oh, he was so small. He was a power puncher, he's athletic, and he gave Crawford his toughest fight. You know? So how is that better than anything that Linares did? Because at the time, he hadn't been stopped. He had got knocked down before, never stopped. Linares had been stopped. Linares, they said, used to get destroyed by Pacquiao in training camp. You know? Linares has showed a tendency to psychologically fold, you know. Terrence Crawford made guys psychologically fold when they hadn't really shown that in previous fights, like Gamboa, Felix Diaz, and, you know, guys like that. Thierry Jean, he went the distance with Lamont Peterson, who later became a champion at welterweight, you know, and beat Amir Khan, and Crawford destroyed Thierry Jean. Thierry Jean had a good moment in one round and hit Crawford with a sound shot, and then he switched to southpaw and he got destroyed. Hey, you getting mollywopped. And I'm not even naming all of Crawford. I was just saying Thierry Jean. I'm going off of people like that. I haven't even got to the good stuff. Okay, so you're going to ban me before we can have a solid debate? Bro, you just got 3 strikes. What do you mean before we can have a solid debate? Who has Crawford beaten that is a 3-weight world champion or ranked in top 10? No, bro, it doesn't work like that. You can't just, okay, you're not even responding to my questions, and you think I'm going to answer your question, right? You said Jorge Linares and Nicholas Walters is better than anyone. I mean, even Jeff Horn, stylistically, he has a win over Pacquiao. He has a win over Pacquiao, whether you like it or not. He got to live like a champion. He had a title defense, and Crawford moved up 7 pounds to fight Jeff Horn. Whether you think his style's ugly, you think he don't have fundamentals, he was considered the big guy, the bigger puncher, a big welterweight that had to weigh in naked and struggles to make 147. You know what I mean? And he has a win over Pacquiao. Block Coco Loco for winning. Block him. He's trying to be sarcastic. Shooters block him. You know, this is what they try to do. They try to tag team while I'm already handling one piece of work. Okay, so now here's my question. I got some questions for you. Jeff Horn has a win over Pacquiao. Who has Lomachenko beaten that he had him like a deficit, like in weight or whatever, and they had a win over someone like Pacquiao? Because Terrence Crawford moved from 140 to 147, right? 7 pounds up to fight a guy who had beaten Manny Pacquiao. So name when Lomachenko did that, like where he moved up in weight and had a weight disadvantage, and he beat a guy who had a win over someone like a Pacquiao. Rocky Martinez. I told you, these guys want to say it, but they know when it comes down to it, they can't argue what they're saying. Are you going to answer the question? Terrence Crawford just unified the division, became undisputed. In his first fight in the division, he moved up and beat Jeff Horn, who was considered a puncher, was bigger than him, and beat Manny Pacquiao. Has a win over Manny Pacquiao, factually. And it was I was at the fight. It was a one-sided demo job. Lomachenko moved up, fought a champion who had been stopped before, unlike Jeff Horn, had been stopped before. That was a good stylistic match, but Jorge Linares had been stopped before, right? And he got dropped by him, and he was in more of a war with Linares. And then he got the stoppage in the end to the body. Terrence Crawford did all of that, plus made it look one-sided. Plus Jeff Horn, at the very least, is big and strong or whatever, has a win over Pacquiao, and never had been stopped. And Terrence Crawford was mopping him. Horn garbage? If Horn's garbage, why did he beat Pacquiao? Like, listen, why did he even put Pacquiao in a situation where the fight was close? You know, listen, we could do a hot seat all day about this. Okay, you saying Horn is trash, but why did Pacquiao look bad against him? And then they had 5 judges rescore it, and they all scored it for Horn. So he must not be that bad as y'all making it. See, they want to say it, but they don't want to. Listen, let me get this one, because some other people want the hot seat. He says, fact, Lomachenko has beaten more fighters than Crawford has that are ranked in top 10, pound for pound. Fact, Lomachenko could win 2 Olympic gold medals. Crawford couldn't. All right, he already has strikes. If he got his L, put your L's up. Now we're going back to the amateurs. I don't give a fuck. I'm not talking about anybody's amateur greatness, you know? Who cares about the Olympic gold medals? That's cool. That got Lomachenko to the next level. But you said your argument, that's how you know they're starving for points. That's how you know you're starving for points when you bring up the amateur shit. Oh, Crawford wasn't able to get 2 gold medals. Maybe he didn't want to stay an amateur that long. You know what I mean? To try again and wait 4 years for the next Olympics. Come on, man. All right, shooters, get rid of him. Oh, shit, number 2. How did he beat me? You said he got a W. How did he beat me? We just going to run down the list. I'm running through all these boys. Pause. They're going to have to put me on Megan's Law. I'm running through all these boys. Pause. So, boxing truth, you're boxing false. Now, oh, shit, number 2 said he won. How did he win? So, what point did he beat me with? 15 seconds. 13 seconds. I'm not waiting because I don't have time to, wait for these long ass responses. 12 seconds. He beat you with facts. You need to call in show, bro. Strike 1. How did he beat me? You said he beat me with facts, but you're not telling me the facts that he said. So you pick up where he left off. You got strike 1. How did he beat me? Now you pick up. Lomachenko has beaten more ranked opponents than Crawford has. Okay, name them. Name the ranked opponents. Name the ranked opponents he has. See, this is what happens when you try to pick up somebody else's argument. Name the ranked opponents. You said he beat me with facts, and you cause me, I'm not gonna front. I don't know everyone who was top 10 at that particular time, but obviously you say so you tell me. So who are the ranked guys? Who are the more ranked guys that he beat? The call-in is not going to save these boys. It's going to only be worse. Because you're going to hear them stuttering. I do this for a living. They don't. Name the ranked opponents. Go through the list. You said he beat you with facts because you liked what he said. So let's hear those facts. So let's count. We'll go through Lomachenko's his 12 fights that he won. He won 11 of them, and then we'll go through Terrence Crawford. And you tell me who he fought and how they were ranked at the time. You don't even know. Look, he said, "Just take your L like a champ, bro. He beat you." Look, he beat Ronald Finkley. I'm going to take your badge. Don't block him anymore like that. Don't block him in the middle. Listen, don't block him in the middle. I don't like that. Don't block someone. I know they're saying dumb shit, but do not block them in the middle of a hot seat before we final. I don't like when you guys do that, because now when you block them, it erases their message and people can't see it. Don't do that. Next shooter that does that is getting their privilege stripped. When I'm in a hot seat and I'm it's getting this heated, because my job is I want to show the world who's winning the debate and that what they said don't make sense. When you block them, it erases their whole shit and they get booted. So the next shooter that blocks somebody when I'm in the middle of hot seating before we get to the end, they'll immediately lose their privileges. I don't like when you guys do that because it's wasting my time. I don't like wasting my time. People. So if I'm drilling this dude and I'm proving he don't know shit, I want the world to see that he has no answers, and you deprive me and the rest of the fans of that when you just immediately block them because they're saying dumb shit. I know they're saying dumb shit. That's the point. So don't listen. I'm not playing no type of games. Next person that does that is losing their shooter privilege, because I want people to see that they don't know shit about boxing. You know, he just said, and I'm trying to remember because his comments are now deleted. What he just said was, he said, just admit he beat you, bro. Something like that. I'm asking you for facts. I'm asking you to rank the people. And all he said was, he said, you just admit that he beat you. Why can't you admit? You only have 11 fights to choose from, but you can't name the people who are ranked. I told you, man, it was a surgical summer and it's about to be a cold winter. He said, just take your L like a champ. I ain't taking nothing like a champ unless you prove me wrong. I'll take it like a champ once you prove me wrong. But you notice he didn't. He didn't say nothing. He did. I asked a simple, that's how you know who's winning. They can't. They want to argue so bad, but they can't. They know they don't know. The guy, listen, that's all you have to do is fact check him. All you have to do is fact check him. Oh yeah, Lomachenko beat more ranked guys than Terrence Crawford. So you just, all of a sudden, you have the rankings from all these sanctioning bodies when Crawford fought him. You know, and, like, I don't know that to be true just because he said that. Because let's look at it. Terrence Crawford, he beat Julius Ndongo, who had 2 belts, to become undisputed. So obviously Julius Ndongo was ranked. That's one. He beat Victor Postol when he was WBC champion after he beat what's his name, Matisse. So that's already 2. You know, Felix Diaz was probably ranked, right? And he said something like top 10, top 15. So, you know, other guys like Deary Jean were probably ranked in the top 15, right? Jeff Horn was a champion in that division, so obviously he was ranked. You know, that's already like 5 people. So you're already running out of space by saying that. You know, Thomas Delorme, he was probably ranked in the division, top 15. How could he not be? I told you it's bad. It's bad for these dudes. Like, we go to Crawford's whole list. They want to say it. They just want to say it because it makes them feel better. You know, Ricky Burns was a champion when Crawford fought him. So how was he not ranked? So, like, I've already named probably 6 to 7 people just off the top of my, I'm not even looking at BoxRec. You know, Ricky Burns was a champion when Crawford fought him. Ray Beltran, that's a fight I covered. He was probably ranked, most likely, you know, because it's Beltran. I mean, he just fought for a title recently. Felix Diaz was probably ranked, you know, because he had a fight with Lamont Peterson, arguably beat him, beat Sammy Vasquez, etc. You know, Hank Lundy, most likely ranked top 15, right? Julius Ndongo was a champion, so obviously he's going to be ranked. Jeff Horn is obviously ranked. You know, I'm naming like 8 different people. I'm naming like 8 different people off the top of my dome, at least, that were ranked, you know? And they trying to act like they know who's ranked. Lomachenko only has 12 technically, but the argument was out of people that he beat. These dudes are getting crushed, and they know it. Like I said, they want to say it. But when it comes to argue, they can't represent it with facts. That's it. Now we could continue. We could do another one. Let's do it. Let's do another hot seat. Somebody else want to argue that Lomachenko he's done so much more than Crawford or whatever. See, they're used to. I'm telling you, I know how the game goes. I've been doing this long. All right, we got another hot seat. I'm just going to collect bodies today. Red Drago, you ain't shit like Drago. He said stop being biased. Okay, so what I say that was biased? What I say that was biased? $15. The show must go on. $13. What I say that was biased? $12. Red Drago. What I say that was biased? $11. $10. $9. $8. What I say that was biased? Red Drago 1995. $7. Loma and Bud have done the similar work. Well, I wasn't arguing. Block him. I wasn't arguing if they did similar work. I never said they both didn't beat good champions. They're the ones that said Lomachenko's resume was shitting on Bud. Block Red Drago 1995. You see, he said I'm being biased, and then he said they both have good names. I never said they both didn't have good or decent names. That's not what we were arguing. So you didn't prove anything about being biased. Oh my gosh, these dudes. I'm just catching. Block gang, West Side. So I'm biased, but then he says something that I wasn't even arguing against. I never said Lomachenko's resume was trash. I never said that. But if we're comparing Lomachenko pound for pound status and what he's done, and then someone's trying to tell me Lomachenko has done far superior things, that's what I am willing to argue. Because I don't see that. I don't see him doing. I think he's done well for himself. He's made that's good. That's great. If you put him on your pound for pound list, I'm not mad at it. But I don't have him number one. And if you want to argue that, or if you want to say that Terrence Crawford has a trash resume and Lomachenko has a spectacular resume, then I'll argue that all day. I caught like three bodies in a short period of time. Who else won it? Step up. If you that good, I gotta do these boys like show enough. Yeah. Anybody else want me to shut up? Come and make me in this hot seat. Yeah. Catches bullets with his teeth. Let's go. Tell me how Crawford has a trash resume and Lomachenko's resume is great. See how they say catches bullets with his teeth? Where are they at? Step up. If you feel Crawford's resume is trash and pales in comparison to the grand Lomachenko, step up right now. I'm ready. I'm ready right now for the smoke. That's something I'll argue. We're really attempting to compare someone with 33-0 to somebody with 11-1 record. Okay, step up. You know these dudes are so like brainwashed by what Bob Arum or Top Rank or HBO, ESPN says that it's funny. And I know they can't argue. They can't debate like me. They're going because I know my boxing. So if I know anything, I know my boxing and what happened and who did what. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be brutal. I'm gonna have you on the ropes if you don't know your shit. They want to say it because they heard someone else say it and they want to feel it and that's what they believe. But they can't explain it. That's the whole process. They can't explain what they're saying. You know, the first thing out of the dude's mouth, he said Gary Russell is way better than anyone Crawford fought. And I said you have to look at Gary Russell at the time Lomachenko fought him. At the time Lomachenko fought him, he wasn't a champion. He was a hot prospect, as the guy said. He hadn't really beat anybody of note. And then he agreed with me. Oh, yeah. I mean, he hadn't really beat no one at that time. So what are we talking about? We're talking about who he was when he fought him. When Mayweather fought Canelo was a champion in a higher weight class, and he had beaten guys like Shane Mosley and Josecito Lopez and stuff. You know, he had actually names and performances, and he was much bigger and stronger. So we knew he was good. Alfonso Gomez and stuff. Lomachenko lost to a basic Mexican fighter and never rematched him. I want to listen to the debates without blocks. I don't care what you want to do. They getting blocked. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You talking about I want to listen to debates about, go to someone else's channel that copies me and does what I do with the debates. You talking about I want to listen to debates. No, listen. My time is money. So if I'm going to sit up here argue with people that don't know shit about boxing, that really want to argue these weak ass points, there has to be an end result. You know, I'm not just arguing, oh, that was fun. You know, I could have just been talking to the crowd and, you know, just talking about boxing. So if I'm going to take the time to debate, let's put some money up, something. There has to be some end result when I prove that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Period. Hey, Ronald Finkley, I got to take your badge, bro. You're blocking like 1,000 people a stream, you know? Oh, he said, okay, Trump. Hey, Ronald, like, I can't see you block no more. Let the other shooter. I see what he put. That's cool. But, like, don't block anyone else for the stream. Let the other shooters handle it because you're blocking mad people. You're blocking hella people. You know, like, I don't, listen, it's not, I'm not trying, and the thing is, I don't want people to feel like you're just blocking them too quick, bro. That's the bottom line. You're blocking them too quick. Like, I can't even pull hot seats because they're blocked instantly. Just because they said something dumb. People are going to say, it's the internet. People are going to say dumb stuff. It's going to happen. So please don't block anyone else for the rest of the stream. Let the other shooters get a piece. And if you feel the need to block someone, then I got to take your stripes. I got to take the badge because like, you know, you're blocking hella people, bro. Every time I see a block, it's like Ronald Finkley. I like talking, bro. No, I know. I'm not trying to like single you out, but I'm just saying let the other shooters get a piece. It's like you're blocking hella people. He said, "Okay, Trump." Like, I wouldn't have blocked that. I don't give a fuck about someone. Yeah, I'm anything like Donald Trump. I don't give a fuck if someone says some stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. And then the guy said something about you. He said, yeah, you block a lot of people. You blocked him for saying you block a lot of people. So you kind of proved his point. The guy said, oh, Ronald Finkley be in all the streams blocking people. So you blocked him. You know? So if you block anyone else, I got to take that stripe. I got to take that badge, bro. Because it's getting crazy. And see, this was, like, I don't want to I don't want people to think this is just like death row wreck. I mean, I want people to think it's death row. But I don't want them. You know how when Death Row, if you didn't do a song, you get beat the fuck up or hung over a balcony. We're not trying to do like all that. You know what I mean? Like, where's not everyone deserves to be blocked off of a comment. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want it to ever get to the point where it's just like, bow, bow, bow. You know what I mean? We just clapping everything. Like, we're not going to be able to control I don't want people to think I'm trying to control the narrative like that. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Chill this stream, let the other shooters handle it, like get a piece of the action. Anyway, who wants to debate Terrence Crawford? Hey, King Corleone, you stupid. He said the blocktopus. Listen, who wants to debate that Crawford's resume is trash and Lomachenko has in 11 fights and 1 loss has this superb resume? Please step up to the hot seat. I'm ready right now. Like, this is an all business stream. You know, I'm not doing. Maybe I'll joke later, but right now I'm in the zone. Let's go. Crawford need to beat Mikey Garcia. You sound stupid, Javier. He already beat him in the amateurs, and Mikey Garcia. You notice he's calling out Errol Spence, and he hasn't said anything about Crawford. All right, you in the hot seat. Now we getting somewhere. You know, I'm just have to start picking on people. If y'all leaving crazy comments, okay. Why does Terrence Crawford need to beat Mikey Garcia? And why is Mikey Garcia calling out Errol Spence at 47, but not calling out Terrence Crawford? You go. You're up. Why does he need to be? That's a 2-part question. Why does Crawford need to beat Mikey Garcia? And why is Mikey Garcia calling out Errol Spence, but not calling out Crawford? Come on, Javier. You got to do something, baby. Mikey Garcia is sup a pound for pound. Strike one. I have a 2-part question and you left a no-part answer. Strike one. Why does Terrence Crawford need to beat Mikey Garcia? 2, why is Mikey Garcia not calling out Crawford, who beat him in the amateurs, yet he's calling out another 147-pounder named Errol Spence Jr.? So the guy you fought and you can avenge the loss from the amateurs, you're not calling out. And you actually did an interview where you said you would rather fight Spence because he's going to be there and Crawford's going to run and move a lot. So once again, you explain those 2 questions. I'm telling you, all that just radical stuff y'all leaving in the comments, it doesn't work over here. It doesn't. You will be called upon. You will be called upon to answer before the court. I am the law. You know, this is the Eagles Army. We're the court of law. You know, I'm the judge, and all the Eagles Army are the jurors, and we're going to decide if you know what you're talking about. Spence is an easier fight to make than Top Rank. Strike 2. Notice how I keep asking you the same questions and you're really not answering it. So why does Mikey Garcia want to fight Lomachenko, who's also on Top Rank? You know, you're not getting out that easy. Mikey Garcia has entertained the idea of fighting Lomachenko, who is a Top Rank fighter. Terrence Crawford is a Top Rank fighter. They're both on ESPN, so why has Mikey Garcia obliged and said he wants to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, who's with Top Rank? Now I just added a 3rd question. You haven't answered the first 2 questions, but I added a 3rd question. So the 3rd part of the question is this. Since Lomachenko's with Top Rank and Crawford, why has Mikey Garcia entertained a Lomachenko bout? Since it's not easy to make because he's not with PBC. Mikey's a free agent, people. You know? So, strike 2. What else you got? Mikey Garcia should fight both of them. Strike 3. You have failed in all these attempts and responses to answer the question. If he got his L, put your L's up. You still didn't answer the question. Why should Crawford fight Mikey Garcia? 2, why is he calling out a welterweight Errol Spence but not a welterweight Terrence Crawford? And 3, why is he entertaining the idea of fighting Top Rank's Lomachenko but not Top Rank's Crawford? I gave you 3 questions. You answered none of them. Fans can vote. I told you, we sending them. Okay, somebody not Ron Finkley. Block him. The fans have shown up. The fans have voted. Javier gotta go. None of what you said answered the question, bro. They try to create these false narratives like as if Crawford's ducking Mikey Garcia, but he's not even being called out by Mikey Garcia. Now let's keep going. You know, this is the hot seat. This is what y'all want? Is this what you want? Now, please explain how Lomachenko in 11 fights and 1 loss is shitting on Crawford's resume. Anybody? Are we done with that? Does anyone have anything else to say? We'll do it right now in the hot seat. I just want to know. See, and this is the thing. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to lose. You know, I'm never afraid to lose, you know? Don't be afraid to lose like, oh, I know I have a good argument with him, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to get blocked. You will not get blocked. If you beat me with facts, you will not get blocked. You have my word. You will not get blocked. And even if someone blocked you, I'll resurrect you. But you really have to beat me in this debate. You know, we don't have like mercy with, oh, you did pretty good. If you don't beat me, you know, they want to create these fake narratives like Crawford. Oh, who's Crawford beat? What? And then act like Lomachenko beat, you know, Thanos. If you really feel that in your heart of all hearts, step up. I be giving them options. See, other people, they don't even give you the option to debate with them. And listen, all y'all saying all that, oh, you need a call-in line, bro. A call-in line is not going to change the outcome because I'm telling you, I promise you, I've been doing this for a while. A call-in line is going to be worse for these boys. You seen what happened on DBN because on the call-in, you take them, you know, you call the digits and you call in. We could hear you breathing. We could hear you waiting. We could hear the delays in your response. Through text like this, like when it's just in the live stream, we don't know what you're doing. We don't know if you're still here. We don't know. But if you're on the phone, it's a little bit different, you know? It's a bit different because now you're going to have to, I'm telling you it's going to be worse. I know it's going to be worse because, like, for example, say I ask someone a question, oh, who had Gary Russell beat at the time he fought Lomachenko? Right now, I don't know what you're doing. You could go to BoxRec and be Googling, but on the phone line, you're going to be Johnny on the spot. So you're not going to be able to spend too much time laboring around trying to Google some shit. I'm telling you. He was crying in there. Now, anyway, nobody want no smoke. Listen, does anybody want to keep arguing that in the hot seat? That Terrence Crawford's resume is shitty, like y'all be saying in the comment section, but in the same breath praising Lomachenko's 11-fight, 1-loss resume. You know? Okay. Now, forever hold your peace. Smash the like button. Lomachenko, Mikey, great fight. Lomachenko's not going to fight him next, obviously. They finalized, from what I heard, a fight with Jose Pedraza. Shout out to Ronald Finkley, $5 super chat. He said, Boxingego, you know we ride for boxing, 100. You already know, man. You already know. Listen, new media, we came in the game. We came in our own way, you know, and it's about, like, all these fake narratives and double standards. You know, we've talked about them. So David Benavidez tested positive for coke. Unfortunate, you know. I like David Benavidez, solid, real good fighter, you know, young, made a mistake. That's cool. He's already come as a man and fessed up to what he did on social media and said, I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you guys. I made a mistake. I'm good with that. I'm not here in the business to kick a man while he's down. The only problem I have is the fans. The fans that criticized just a week ago, Tank Davis, Errol Spence Jr., Charlos, said they were on drugs and high and on alcohol with no proof, no failed drug tests, nothing. And they said, this is just a bad look for the PBC. All that bullshit, the narrative, the black channels, why are they all drug addicts? You know, why are they so drunk? They can't just enjoy the fight sober? Saying all this dumb shit. And then when a guy, you know, of Mexican-American descent, David Benavidez, actually fails a drug test with cocaine in the system, which is much harder than regular alcohol, I would surmise, you know, I seen people in the comment section saying, oh, it's just coke. He was just having a little nose candy, and making it sound like, you know, as a champion, who cares? He just likes to party. That someone literally said that. They said, oh, Benavidez, he just likes to party a little bit. You know, he just likes to party a little bit. Okay. So if you thought Errol Spence was drunk and he's not in a fight camp, right? I don't even know that he was drunk. He might have been completely so. I don't know. But because you felt he had alcohol in his system, you know, you criticize it. Oh, this is such a bad look for the PBC. So you're mad at the black channel, you know, the black champion, Errol Spence, for possibly, which we don't have any proof of, drinking alcohol. But David Benavidez has coke. He tests positive for it through a organized clean boxing program VADA test. And some of those same fans are saying, hey, it's just a little coke. He's young. What? You got to make that make sense, people. You know, hold everyone to the same standard. If it's just a little coke, then when Errol Spence is, you know, messing up with his math or whatever, then it's just a little drink. You know, don't be, oh, look, he's off that Henny. Oh, my gosh, this is a bad look for PBC. But then being on coke in a, you know, ESPN, listen, ESPN and all the major websites wrote articles. Ring TV, I seen all of them. All the major articles, it says David Benavidez test positive. I never seen one article from any major credible website, a website, you know, that's been in the game, that said Errol Spence and Tank and Charlo and Broner were drunk at the Danny Garcia-Sean Porter fight. You know why? Because stuff like that was all speculative and they would have lost credibility. You see, what happened with David Benavidez is something factually that was conducted in a test. You don't know what Broner and Tank and all them were doing. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if they were doing anything. That's why you didn't see no articles about that. But again, you got to be careful about who you listen to, you know, in this game. That's why people on YouTube might have talked about it. Oh, this is a bad look for the PBC fighters. I mean, Broner's just such a bad influence. Fuck off. You know what I'm saying? He's a bad influence. And then on the same foot, shout out to Jacob. He has a $5 super chat. Appreciate you very much. On the same token, the same people, some of them, are in the comment section of the video I did about David Benavidez failing a drug test with cocaine, and they're excusing it. And they're saying, oh, he's young, he's still learning. You know, we're not going to just baby who we want to baby, you know. Again, I'm not in the business of kicking a man while he's down. David Benavidez seems like a cool dude. I've interviewed him. You know, he made a mistake, so I'll take him for what it's worth. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. You know, someone said Alex Ariza hooked him up. Hey, y'all tripping. But, you know, keep the rules the same. Keep the rules the same. That's all we asking for. If doing substances, you know, is a crime and, you know, you don't like it and it's not a good representation of PBC, then keep it all the way funky. Keep it all the way same for everybody. Don't just say, oh, if black fighters are drinking, that's a problem and it's a bad look for PBC and they're ruining their careers. But then David Benavidez has coke in his system, which is proven and written about on publications, unlike the PBC fighters in the hallway that I was there for. I was there and I don't know who had what. I can't, you know, oh, he drank brandy and he was off that Erkinger. I don't know. And I was right next to him, you know, so let's keep it all the way. Oh yeah, they said the video Tank slapping the phone out of a fan's hand. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that situation. What does that have to do with anything? What if the guy caught, you know, fans be crazy. You know, what if it was like, oh, Tank, you're a bitch, fight Lomachenko. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Maybe he didn't do anything. Maybe he did do something. Oh, man. Listen. You guys can say whatever you want, but a lot of you guys aren't celebrities, so you don't live the life. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tank is trying to chill with his brother, you know, Broner or whatever, and make jokes, and you have someone, like, following you with the camera. Like, you know, like, you have to understand this is still a celebrity, you know, and this is still a person. Maybe Tank, from what I heard, he took a picture with the dude. The dude asked for a picture, and the guy kept following him, you know, like this. You know, just because you see YouTube people doing it, following them, it's different. They know Ellie Sekback, you know. A lot of them know me. So I'm following them with the camera, but I have a relationship and a rapport with them. You know, Ellie definitely has a rapport with all those guys, you know. So it's a bit different. When you're just a fan and you're like invading somebody's privacy and like, oh, you know, keeping the shit in their face, you know, who knows? So, you know, at the end of the day, where I'm from, you got to respect people's bubble. I don't like people, like, you know what I'm saying? When people come, now I'm not trying to sound like I'm like, oh, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime celebrity or something. But, you know, you can say I'm Insta famous, YouTube famous, whatever. People say, hey, Ego, can I take a picture? Yeah, no problem. You know, I'm regular dude, you know, cool. But I wouldn't want someone to just grab my shoulder, take this picture. You know, I don't like people touching me and shit like that. That's just, I don't like people, like I go to the post office and then somebody's like breathing like right behind you. I don't like that type of shit, you know. So I don't know what happened in that particular situation, so I can't really speak on that. But you guys gotta respect people's privacy, you know. If I seen Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and I'm just like, yeah, what's up, Rock? Oh, Rock, yeah, I love that movie Skyscraper, and I'm, you know, he might be trying to get back to his wife in the arena or some shit. That's you guys don't realize it. You know, you guys don't realize it, but that's low-key disrespectful. Just because they're a celebrity doesn't, you know, Eminem, just listen to The Way I Am. He's like, I can't take a shit in the bathroom without someone standing by it. That motherfucker was mad. You heard him. That was when, you know, that was his second album. And he was just like, man, the first album blew up, and that's why I can't take a shit in the bathroom without someone standing by it. No one was on your autograph. You could call me an asshole. I'm glad. Like, so I don't really, I mean, I feel him. I sit back with this pack of zigzags and this bag of this weed. You know. So I feel Eminem, you know, he was the same way. He might have slapped that cell phone out your shit. He's like, he said, I can't take a shit in the bathroom without someone standing by you. No one will sign your autograph. You could call me your asshole. I'm glad cause I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would, you know? Y'all mad at Tank. Everybody trying to make Tank the bad guy. You know, I've had several conversations with Tank. He's a good dude. I mean, from what I see, I don't know everything that he does and shit like that. But, I mean, he's always treated me cool and, you know, low-key dude. You guys walking up to fighters like you know what I'm saying? Like you know them and shit. Following them, stalking them. This is what they be doing to me in this stream and shit. Get blocked and you keep coming back and shit. Like, nobody want that. I don't want these slavids and shit, motherfuckers stalking me and shit. Like, yeah, what's up? You know, put my dad's picture. You know, people be doing some weirdo shit. Put my dad's picture I posted on Instagram for Father's Day, putting it on, you know, YouTube chat and shit, and pretending he's me, and putting pictures I posted online and saying and putting my government name. Yeah, you know, these motherfuckers be doing some weirdo shit. You know, that shit'll get you hurt where I'm from. Hey, yo, look, this song is for anybody that wants to take a selfie with Tank. They don't want to get the cell phone slapped out of their hand. This song goes for anybody. Alright, fuck it. Shut up and listen. Hey, yo, I sit back with this pack of zigzag in this bag of this. Anybody who got a cell phone and they want a selfie with Tank, forget about it. I sit back with this bag in this zag. Is this? Hey, yo. Don't try to run up and take that picture with Javante. Cause he will spray and lay like K-Slade, the drama king. Hey, yo. The black channel, half mammal, half camel, half Hey, yo, I'm half ramble with half ammo. I'm hopping out the Lambo. Hey, yo, don't try to run up, get done up. Son, hey, yo, don't be trying to take these secret pictures. Hey, dog, what are you, TMZ? You want to see me flee? Hey, yo. They say all the PBC fighters were drunk. And I can't take a shit in the bathroom without somebody. There's several different levels. The devil worshiping horse's head, human sacrificing, cannibalism, candles and exorcism. Animals having sex with them, camels, mammals, and rabbits. But I don't get into that. I kick the habit. I just beat you to death with weapons and eat through the flesh. And I never eat you unless the fucking meat look. I got a line in my pocket, I'm lying. I got a 9 in my pocket, and baby, he's ready for war. I'm ready for war. I got machetes and swords for any faggot who said he was raw. Alright. Marshall Mathers LP. Yeah, motherfucker. Talking about smack. Man, never mind. Let me stop. Cause I don't want to incriminate myself. You know what I'm saying? Dude's talking about, oh, Tank slapped the phone out of my hand and broke it. I mean, run up, get done up. Oh, my God. This motherfucker. Like, okay, see, this is what I'm saying. Everybody want to play the victim. I've been to all these fights. Ain't no fighter slapped nothing out of my hand. Not one of them. You know what I'm saying? I've been to concerts that had nothing to do with boxing. I've been to concerts that had nothing to do with boxing. Off the oxy code on the oxen. You know, I've been to Kevin Hart shows and shit. Mike Epps show. I seen Mike Epps after the show. He didn't be like, man, get the fuck, man, I'm trying. Why didn't he slap no shit at my hand? You know, so you got to look at the situation. You don't know what went on. I've never had no celebrity. You know, I've interviewed E40 after the fight. He didn't be like, ooh, what the fuck you doing? He didn't. Why he didn't slap nothing at my hand? You know what I'm saying? I've interviewed several people. Ran into Dave Chappelle. He didn't be like, damn, bitch. God damn. Like, you know, and slap some shit on my hand. So there's more than one side to the story. E40 was, I've been about my cash ever since I was a little young mutt. Better get that cell phone and the selfie get it out my way, y'all. Them boys from Vasyl. Like, why he didn't slap nothing on my hand? I mean, he's from the 707, you know, so he probably, you feel me, man? He ain't gonna slap nothing in my hand because I'm from the back, you feel? But you guys get the point. E40, I didn't walk up to him and get some shit slapped out of my hand. What you doing with that cell phone? Trying to come with that cell phone, boy. You just about flabbergasted. Run up with that cell phone. You got that iOS update version 12. You get it slapped up in the jail cell with it. Like, so I don't know why Tank did it. I can't speak for that, but that shit ain't never happened to me. Maybe I'm not a fucking annoying like some people. You know, and I can't. Someone said, bro, I am always the bad guy. I always get blamed for everything. Cause y'all know Charlie Hustle. Me and my weebilization, we ain't never been about no fake, no fraud, no buffoonery. I always get blamed. Shit never happened to me. Never had nobody slap no shit on my shit. I want y'all, thank y'all for coming in this live stream. Get that E40 watt of that hurricane, that slurricane. Sprinkle me, man. I need me and my weebilization in the Eagle Army in the super chat. We need you to hit that like button. Them boys from Vasyl. Damn, my phone getting blown up. So, you know, you got to consider stuff. People, celebrity or not, they have feelings and, you know, their privacy matters. That 40 watt. I'm looking up at the super chat and I got the buddy Lee. He left a comment. He said, how you do that? How you do that, fam? Lil Brat and De Niro, them boys from Vasyl, and everybody's automatic. Burn Robert. See my fuckers in the traffic. Woke up in the AM, tossed about in my cranium, gotta take a shit, took a dumb in a minute to. We got a question from Marcus A. He said, Ego, do you want to see that Gennady Golovkin, that Triple G, that Daniel Jacobs rematch? He said, you want to see it? Do you see Jacobs winning? Listen, when it comes to Triple G, I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. What's up, Bert? My thoughts are simple. The blueprint, should you possess certain skill to beat Triple G, is now out. We just watched a smaller man back down the bigger man for large chunks of the fight. I don't care about press row. I don't care how they scored it on press row. I just care about death row. I just care about how Jethro and, you know, I know how I scored it. And you know, just something. Billy Joe Saunders said he's okay with it. Amir Khan said Canelo won. Floyd Mayweather Sr. I haven't heard Floyd Jr. say nothing. But, you know, Errol Spence, Charlo, Derek James, like Juan Manuel Marquez, Marco Antonio Barrera. Barrera told Golovkin that he might want to consider retirement. He said he looked old and tired. He said that boy up in there with Canelo, he looked kind of tired. That's bad. Okay, Abel said it was a draw. You know, so you guys could tell me all about press row, cry me them tears, you know, like Justin Timberlake. Hold on. I got something for them. You know, we about to go in. I got something for them. All the people still crying over this fight. It was a good fight. Y'all could have just let it be that. But y'all didn't want to. Now we got to give y'all this work. Okay. Yeah. I got something for y'all. Hold on. This off my new EP. Yeah. All the people said Canelo was getting knocked out 3 to 6 rounds. This one goes out to y'all. You want a Mexican style? Okay. Canelo came with that Mexican style. Yeah. Hey. Check it. Look. You were my song. You were my earn. You said you wanted Mexican style. No. We got that Mexican style. Did you see Golovkin? Look at his fucking face. Did you see his face? What you know? His fucking face. I found out. Time to make it sad. Hey. Look at Canelo's face, y'all. Did you see his face? Yes, you did. You already know. Look at his face. Fucking bruised. Bloody as hell. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. Yeah. Cry me a river. Cry me a... Break it down. Off that clean. Off that clean. He's off that clean. You said he lost weight. Did you look at his face? Already know. It's off of my new EP. It's called Cry Me a River. Now stop asking me about this shit. Hey, I'm in my bag today. Y'all still want to keep crying. I know you sad. I know you mad. Ego is right. New media. Slow it down one time for your motherfucking mind. They want Mexican style. So the Mexican had to give them Mexican style. Then Abel tried to switch up. Oh shit. Hey. Turn away. Okay. Right here, right now. Sitting. Can get you off of my... Wishing I could, but the truth remains. Triple G, go. Oh, you're gone. Triple G. There's 1,000 words that I could say to make you feel better. We just working out the vocals. We working out the vocals. Oh, you cry baby motherfuckers. We working out the vocals. That's what I'm saying. I've been sitting here. Can't get you up. Can't get you out of my mind. Go. You go. Baby, you go. Hey. You asked for Mexican. Listen, this don't even make sense. You asked. Hey, we just. This shit is unbelievable. Oh my gosh. This shit is unbelievable. We just working on our album, new media. We yeah. My body. Them bruises all over your body. My body. Them bruises all over your body. Mm. You got them bruises. The black eye. Yeah. I see them bruises. They all over your body. Look at the picture, y'all. All over your body. My body. Bruises all over your body. In the middle of the night when my body feeling for you, baby. Gotta call you up and let you know what I'm feeling. 911, Canelo got that word. Baby, it's emotional. Triple G fan tripping up. If I hold you down, yeah. Hey, the bruises all over your body. Oh my God. Hey, this shit. Stop asking me about this fucking fight. Triple G lost. Deal with it. He got bruises all up. You know, Triple G ain't. Canelo did a pic. He did a video on his Instagram story. He was like, "Hey, thank you, fans. I was born ready," or whatever. Triple G ain't done no videos day 2. He ain't done no videos. You know, he probably don't want to show that mug right now. You know, you can't ask, how do you request some shit, get the shit, and then be mad that you got the shit? And listen, these fans are so, like, inconsistent that, answer this. How does Canelo win a fight? Hold on, we got to get to the money. Mosquito, $5 super chat. Any bum Lovekin fans in here? I know it's been a rough week, but I promise the sun will shine tomorrow. Better days are ahead. Peace, Mosquito. See, now y'all just rubbing it in. Listen, let's just really talk about this, people. I know people are mad, but we got to look at it from a realistic set of lenses. How can Canelo win? He ran in the first fight, fighting off the back foot. Then he switches it, Freaky Friday, trading places, crisscross. And he walks Golovkin down. Y'all still said he lost. You said he was on clenbuterol in the first fight. Then the second fight, he looks noticeably skinnier in the build-up and smaller. Motherfucker ain't eating meat, looking like Christian Bale and the Machinist and shit, right? And now you still say he was cheating, you know? So this is clearly a case of people who are delusional. They were never going to give Canelo the victory if he, in fact, got the victory. Because no matter what he did, you had a problem with it. You knew the fight was happening in Vegas, and now you're trying to, you know, there's the fucking leather faces out there, apparently. Like, I'm trying to talk, and I keep competing with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let me close this window. Hold on. I'll be right back. Y'all gonna get this work. Fuck, man. Hella loud ass chainsaws and shit. Anyway, this is just proof. This is proof. They were never going to give, they being some of the fans. Some of the fans are just, you know, saying it was a good fight. But some people were never going to give Canelo his props. At all. They were never going to do it. Because, like I said, somebody explain it. Canelo backs up, pot shots, counters, throws combinations. He loses because you like the aggression of Golovkin. Then when Canelo does the aggression, you like the runner that you complained about. It makes no sense. And it's so funny that it would happen like pretty much the polar opposite. Now all of a sudden you like runner style. First fight, it was all about Mexican style. Shout out to the red $5 super chat. Eagle Army, you know what time it is. Yeah, I'm already knowing how this shit goes on. First fight, you like Mexican style because Golovkin was the one doing it. Second fight, when Canelo's the Mexican, doing Mexican style, you like runner style. Or would you... See, that's why I don't even use the runner. Like, I say it to reference what other people are talking about. But you never really hear me say, oh, so-and-so ran, when they're simply using lateral movement and shit. But anyway, using their own words against them. First fight, they like Mexican style. Second fight, now they scored the fight for Golovkin based on runner style. Based on the American style. Floyd Mayweather style. The Black Channel style, you know? Makes no sense. There's no way you could justify that. Either you like the aggression that Triple G... See, and this is the thing. If you have the series 1-1, I'm good with that. because that's fair. You like the aggression of Triple G in the first fight, and then you like Canelo's aggression in the second fight. Makes sense. But these motherfuckers are so stupid that they're trying to tell me they like Golovkin's aggression and Canelo didn't do enough on the back foot to win a close competitive fight. But then in the second fight, Canelo's walking him down, walking through everything, never gets knocked down, no one gets knocked down. Golovkin's face looks trash at the end of the fight. And now all of a sudden, they completely, just like old media, they changed what they said, you know? They changed what they said, and now all of a sudden, they prefer the guy who's boxing, the guy who's jabbing. You get what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Stay consistent. This is what old media constantly struggles with, staying consistent with what they said. If you said something, live and die by the sword, but they don't want to do that. Now all of a sudden you like, all right, here's an example. Pacquiao, he says, I believe Mayweather in my fight, he was running, right? He's doing all this shit. They're talking about making a rematch. So you complain your shoulder hurt, right? And salt water healed you and all this shit. And you complain, I believe I do believe Floyd, he bite me, but he ran, right? That's what Pacquiao said. He ran. So if Floyd Mayweather comes back in the rematch and just starts stepping to Pacquiao, bringing it to him and walking him down, and Pacquiao's getting fucked up even worse than he was in the first fight, then you have no leg to stand on. You can't be like, first fight, my first fight, he ran. In second fight, he lost any. Like, it doesn't make sense. If Floyd Mayweather ran in the first fight, switched it up and walks you down aggressively and beats the fuck out of you and your face looks worse in the second fight, then how are you going to say he lost anyway, even though he switched the game plan 180? These dudes is so funny, and they lose all credibility when they say shit like that. Shout out to Myron Dinner. $5 super chat. Spence and Mikey should pull up on Crawford and Loma at the Benavidez fight and call them out. I like that. I want to see more. That's a good point. I want to see more PBC fighters at top rank events when I cover them, and I want to see more top rank fighters at PBC events when I cover them. You know, because I covered Crawford Horn, didn't see no PBC guys really, right? And when I covered Garcia versus Porter, I didn't see Terrence Crawford or Benavidez or whatever. So I like that. But anyway, it makes no sense that you scored the fight for. They can't even stay consistent with what they said they liked. That's what proves to me that you have a horse in the race, and you want whoever you want to see what you want to see, and you want who you want to win, and that's why you scored it like that. That's proof, because you can't say you like something and then when the other guy that you don't want to win does the something you said you liked, all of a sudden you prefer the other style. We're not flip-flopping like that. Fucking chancletas, you know, flip-flops. This is what you guys are, a bunch of chancletas. You know, you say you like something, and then when you get it, then you mad because the person looks significantly worse. Like, and the worst thing, these plans, I'm telling you, ever since new media came, in 1 year, we outsold Bad Boy, LaFace. Ever since new media step on the scene, is a problem to be where the fuck you from. You know, ever since new media came, then now you see these plans be backfiring because the truth is already out before it needs to be out, you know, and people see it. Abel, he lived and died by the sword. He said, I want Mexican style. Canelo, the Mexican, gave you Mexican style. You said Canelo was going to do like the first fight, put his track shoes on. Then after the fight, you switched it and said you knew Canelo was going to fight Mexican style toe-to-toe, and you got to give him credit. You didn't know that, because if you did know that, that makes you look worse. If you listen, if you knew Canelo was going to fight Mexican style, that makes your team look worse, because that means you didn't prepare for it well, because Triple G was losing most of the first half of the fight. So Abel Sanchez is now saying, first of all, before the fight, he said Canelo is going to run. And if he fights toe to toe, he's getting knocked out, you know? And then after the fight, he said, "Oh yeah, I knew Canelo was gonna sit there and trade." Right? So if you knew he was gonna sit there and trade, then how was that a good game plan for it? Wait till the second half, beyond the 6th round, to come alive? That's not really a good game plan then. If you knew he was gonna do it. Like, okay, look at Home Alone. We're talking about like a 10-year-old boy in Macaulay Culkin, Kevin McAllister, and he looked out the window and he's seen Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern, and he's like, yeah, the parents are out of town with the wet bandits. We're gonna be back. We're coming back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Macaulay Culkin overheard that. So he knew what the bad guys, the burglars, were trying to do. So he created this blueprint of all these traps and plans as a 10-year-old, or whatever fuck age he was. As a 10-year-old, because he had the heads up, he had to jump on what they were trying to do. He knew that they were coming back at 10 p.m. or whatever to try to rob his family's house, and he wasn't having it. So what did he do? The burglar tries to touch the door handle. It has like a hot iron on it, and it burns their hand. He kicks the door down. The flamethrower is lighting up Joe Pesci's scalp. Daniel Stern goes through the basement and steps on a nail, and slick oil. They put a tarantula on it. He had all the traps. So if what Abel's saying post-fight, Abel Sanchez is saying that he knew that Canelo was going to fight man to man, mano a mano, toe to toe, then why didn't you prepare for it? Because it didn't look like Triple G expected that, to be honest, because he didn't really do anything for the first half of the fight other than jab. Dev Control says, this dude's saying anything. Who? Who's saying anything? Please let me know. Who is saying, Dev Control, who is saying anything? Smash the like button while we wait. Dev Control. Okay, got him. We got a hot seat. Okay, I'm saying anything. This dude, I'm saying anything. What do you disagree with? Since I'm just saying anything, we'll see who knows more. Okay, so what do you disagree with? Shooters, D, just like I told Ronald Finkley, you guys got to chill with I'm going to remove everybody's badges. I'm trying to do it. There might be a lag, so you guys have to account for that. You know what I mean? There might be a subtle lag. You guys stop blocking people so fast. I can't even do a hot seat. Back to you, Dev Control. What do you disagree with? You guys have to compensate for that lag, though, because there's like a 15, 20-second lag. So when you already blocked them by the time I even can see it. I was more speaking on the reference. Block him. Okay, now he can go. So you don't have anything you disagree with. You're mad because I'm using an analogy of Home Alone. Get him out of here. You guys were right. Get him out of here. Block Dev Control now. He said this dude would say anything. He made it sound like he was ready to go, like he disagreed. And then when I put him in the hot seat and he says this dude, he knew exactly what the hot seat was. So I'm not this dude. Motherfucker, you know who I am. I'm Ego. Motherfucker, I'm Boxing Ego. You see how they try to straighten up their act all of a sudden? This dude is say anything. You know who I am. You know what channel this is. And then when the hot seat come out, because you knew enough to correct yourself and try to come correct. You know what I mean? Come on, man. It's not saying any. I'm using an analogy to illustrate what I'm saying. No, it's all cool, D. I'm just like, the whole thing is, it's just the shooting's getting out of control, like where people are just like doing it because there's a lag on my end, and then I'm doing a hot seat and I'm talking to them, and then they're blocked. I see their name just disappear. Once again, Team Golovkin asked for something that they were not prepared to have. Abel Sanchez could say he knew that Canelo was going to fight that way. And it's bad because this is what old media does. Abel pretty much threw Triple G under the bus after the fight. Abel himself said Triple G wasn't listening to me. So notice me, new media, right or wrong, I don't have to change what I said. Either I was wrong or I was right. New media were content with that. Old media always switch it up. Now Abel's throwing his own fighter under the bus. A guy he made millions with. He's saying, oh, I told Triple G the game plan. He just wouldn't listen. But then he's claiming that we knew Canelo was going to fight like this. So why wasn't he listening? It seems like you guys would have already worked on this game plan had you known that. If you knew that Canelo was going to fight that way because you baited him into it and you really believed he was going to do it, then why was he not listening to you? You guys should have it should have been a known game plan. So that leads me to believe that what Abel's saying is not true. And in fact, Canelo called your bluff. Canelo fought in a fight. You're just trying to save face. Canelo fought in a fight that you thought was too risky and too dangerous because you're a power puncher and you're a bigger guy, you're bigger middleweight. You didn't think Canelo would dare listen to you and actually do what you requested. That's what that leads me to believe. You guys can believe whatever you want, but based on the reaction, I don't care what someone said. I care about what I've seen. And the fact is, it looked like they were ill prepared to deal with that aggressive Canelo. They did not think that Triple G would be getting back down. They didn't think that Canelo would really fight that risky of a fight and actually fight Mexican style. Hence what they said initially when Abel, before the fight, was saying he's going to run track shoes and we're going to have to chase him. You thought it was going to be like the first fight. Canelo all the way called your bluff. He said, okay, Mexican style, I'm Mexican, I got you. And to me, I'm not judging off of what someone says. I'm judging off of what happened. Because why would you throw your fighter on the bus after say, oh, Triple G wasn't listening to me? You should have already had the set in stone game plan of how to beat this guy if you knew he was going to do that. You knew he was going to do that, so the game plan should have been like universal. It should have been agreed upon and all that. But I don't think they did know he was going to do that. And he did it. And it caught him off guard. So Triple G had to make decisions, executive decisions in the ring, which was to jab. Calvin, what rounds did you give Triple G? You guys can say whatever you want. Break the fight down. Calvin, what rounds did you give Triple G? Calvin, okay. I'm not mad if you had Triple G. Fine. Explain it, though. Everybody should be waiting for Calvin's explanation. I don't care if someone just says, oh, I still had Triple G winning. I still want to know how you had him winning. What rounds did you give him? Okay, this sounds like bullshit. So you gave him every round from 6? You need to listen. You got to do a better job. Actually, you in the hot seat. I'm not playing these games with these boys. You got to start explaining this. You gave Triple G every round from 6. Even if you gave him every round since 6, it's a 12-round fight. So wouldn't that be a draw? If he won every round from 6, wouldn't that be 6 rounds? So how did he win? These dudes just be saying whatever. Put me in the hot seat. You're already in the hot seat. Strike one because you playing games. If you said you gave him every round since 6, wouldn't that mean a draw? First of all, giving any one of the fighters every single round from 6 on is ridiculous. You worse than Adelaide Bird. Strike 2 is if you gave him every round from 6, that means he won 6 rounds in a 12-round fight, which would be a draw. So you didn't even explain how Golovkin won. So you have 2 strikes. Let's see what you do next. Okay, strike 3. He said, I never said he didn't win any rounds before that. I said, how did he win? You says from 6 on. Now all of a sudden, you're saying he won rounds before that. So what rounds did he win before that? And why did you say from 6 on? Why wouldn't you say rounds 1, 2, and then he won 6 from 6 on? See, already we don't believe you. Rev, you could get it next. You talking about chill ego? Ain't no chill. He said, I'm stating my opinion. You're not doing a good job of stating your opinion. What rounds did you, the final time, what rounds did you give Triple G? Tell me all of them. Don't tell me like, oh, from 6 on, and then when I catch you up in the lie, then you say, oh, I never said I didn't give him anything before. Tell me all the rounds you gave him, or this conversation is over and you would lose the hot seat. Good luck. I asked what rounds he win. He said from 6 on. And then now, after I caught him up, how it doesn't make sense, then he says, oh, I had some rounds before that too. So tell me all of them. We'll see who knows boxing. I'm already blocked. Block him. He's playing games. He's playing games. Yo, man blocked me. Block him, because you're not blocked. You wouldn't be able to respond. Just get rid of Calvin. He says your man blocked me, but no one ever seen his name get blocked. Thank you for playing. We got to keep it going. Well, actually, you know what? I think I made a. Hold on. 6 rounds. See, I said 6 rounds to 12. That would actually be 7 rounds. And you see, I made a mathematical error because, like, I was thinking after 6, but he did say from 6 on. So I guess if you count to 6, that's 7 rounds. I made a mathematical error, but he got scared that he thought I caught him up, even though I made a mathematical error because he did technically say from 6 on, you know? So he tried to say, hey, I never said, I said earlier round. This is how you know they're playing. Because you could have made, he got scared. Like I made a mathematical error. He did say from 6 on, so that would technically if you count the 6th round, that would be 7 rounds. But then when I called him out on it, he was like, you're saying the same thing I said. You're saying the same thing I said. I just admitted that. I made a mathematical error. He got scared and said, hey, I never said he won none of the earlier rounds, because he doesn't know what he's saying, because he's just saying whatever. But beyond that, even though 6 rounds to 12 is 7 rounds, that was my bad. That was my mistake, right? He didn't even catch on to that. 2, the other thing is, if anybody had Triple G winning 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and 12, you don't know shit about boxing. His own trainer, Abel Sanchez, says that Triple G took round 12 off. So how did you give him that many consecutive rounds? Please tell me. Please tell me. Please tell me how you gave him from round 6 through 12. 7 rounds straight. These dudes be saying whatever, and it's so funny. It is so funny to hear them try to score a fight and really be on it. You know, you might as well just get Stevie Wonder to score the fight. Ribbon in sky, bro. Like, you know, you just saying whatever. You gave him 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. It's not even a realistic scorecard. Who the fuck is Victor? Smash the like button. I'm smashing these dudes. Pause. All right, we got a hot seat. Victor, he says second time Triple G was robbed. What rounds did you give Triple G? What rounds did you give Triple G, Victor? You said Triple G is robbed. Fine. What rounds you give him? And then I'm going to ask you about specific stuff. What rounds did you give Triple G? Notice how when I'm talking about Canelo and what he did, I could break down the fight. These dudes just giving people rounds, but no explanation. You know, this is similar to the drive-by comments they do. What rounds did Victor? What rounds did you give him? What rounds did you give Triple G? See how they act so well versed in the fight, but they can't break nothing down? All right, you got 10 seconds, my guy. Victor, you said this is the second time Triple G got robbed, and we have yet to hear anything, a follow-up response as to how you gave Triple G. What rounds? That's all we want to know. See, that's what I'm saying. It's cool. You have your own opinion. Now all you have to do is tell us your opinion. Why you feel that way. You know, no sweat. You're so confident that Triple G won, but you refuse to explain it. That's why we don't believe you. We don't believe you if you can't even explain why you feel what you feel. Triple G won. He was robbed. Okay, explain it. No, you're not. You can't be serious. There's no way you can say you're being serious, and you can't explain why you feel that way. Like, I like the movie Black Panther, right? So if someone says, "What did you like about the movie?" I'll be like, "I like the special effects, great CGI." You know, if you wait till the end, they have a sneak peek of the Avengers movie, right? I like the bad guy, Killmonger. I like the fight scene. You know, I'm going to be able to tell you why I like the movie. I'm not going to just say, I like the movie. What'd you like about it? Shut up. No, I'm not telling you. You know, why would I not be able to tell you why I like the movie I'm claiming I liked? Now, if I didn't watch the movie and I just said it, then that's something different. Hey, what'd you like about it? It was just good. I just liked it. The story, you know, all that surface area shit. All right, block Victor. I've counted in my head while I was doing that whole speech, and he didn't say nothing. Victor Hermosillo, or whatever his name is, shooters. Get rid of him. You see how they just disappear into the abyss? Triple G was robbed. And then they can never explain it. I just want to know why you scored it like that. So once again, I don't care about press row. I don't care about none of that unless I know who you are. You know, what fights you know, something about you and how you score fights. Or at the very least, break down why you scored all these rounds for Triple G. Like, let's hear it. But they never do it. They never show up. Sad, really, because you're making it look worse for Triple G. Because all these people are defending that Triple G won, but then when you put them in the hot seat, they don't tell you nothing. That makes it look worse. That makes it look like he really didn't win and you just wanted him to win. Because the Canelo fans that I've seen, they're telling you why he lost. Why Triple G lost. They're not just saying he won because I wanted him to win. Caleb Plant. He's saying the same thing me, Floyd Mayweather Sr. said. So, yeah, man. You know, I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Triple G isn't the same after this type of fight, because this was a lot riding on this fight and people are taking it really hard. So if the fans are taking it hard, you know the fighter's taking it hard. And at the end, y'all want me to do a hot seat with Johnny? All right. Johnny Clements, step up. Okay, I'm going to just destroy you easily. Triple G outboxed the redhead, #fact. Okay, since it's so fact, then when Canelo landed more accurate shots on the back foot in the first fight than Triple G, and Triple G was just more aggressive, then why did people score the fight for Triple G in the first fight? But then now you're so impressed with outboxing. You're impressed with someone who's outboxing the other person, in your opinion. Listen, I notice a lot of people, they say this stuff, but it doesn't make, like, okay, hold on, let me find it, because, you know, this is new media. You have 15 seconds while I'm looking for this. While I'm looking for this article, I'm going to show you how this game works. Hold on, I'm trying to find something for you. Excuse me. Did he respond? This is called boxing, not Mexican style. You sound stupid. Strike one, because Abel Sanchez is the one that started all that. And he started that for the fighter you're claiming won. Strike one. Let me see if you said anything else so we can get you out of here. So you got to do better. You saying Mexican style don't count or whatever. That was all started by Abel. And it was started for the guy you said won. Are we talking about the second fight, not the first fight? Triple G outboxed the redhead. Just block him. It's not even worth my time. He's not talking about nothing. Johnny Clements. He said we're not talking. So we can't use the first fight as a comparison. And he knows he has no answer for what I asked. So that's why he just said, oh, we're not talking about the first fight. So in a fight that is a potential trilogy, we can only look at I know scoring the second fight for what the second fight was, but we can't make any compare and contrast statements on what happened against the first one. Get him out of here. But this is what happens. A lot of people who got their bottom line, a lot of people who got their fight predictions wrong, they lean towards whatever they wanted to happen. For example, Vasyl Matarosin, go research this. Is this dude out of here? The Clements dude. Did you guys already remove him? Okay, shout out. Ronald Finkley clapped him. Okay. Vasyl Matarosin got knocked out in 2 rounds. I was there by Gennady Golovkin. He picked Gennady Golovkin to beat Canelo in the rematch. Vasyl Matarosin said if Canelo sits there and trades with Golovkin, he's getting knocked out. Right? Go look this up. Vasyl Matarosin's fight prediction. He says if Canelo sits there and trades with Gennady Golovkin, that he would basically get knocked out like he got knocked out versus Triple G. This is what Vasyl Matarosin said, right? Then Canelo does exactly what Abel thought he wasn't going to do, and he does exactly what Abel told him to do. And guess what? Canelo doesn't get knocked out or even knocked down. And then after the fight, Vasyl Matarosin still said Golovkin won. But what happened to if Canelo traded, he's getting knocked out? You said Vasyl Matarosin now says, I watched again and Triple G won. Canelo did very good. Congrats to him. Congrats to Mexico on the victory. But real boxing knows Canelo lost. I thought this time a draw won't be bad. God bless everyone. Don't change it now. Just listen to what Vasyl Matarosin said. This is what we're dealing with. Before the fight, you said if Canelo sits there and trade, he'd get knocked out. Then you say you watch the fight again and Triple G won, but this time I'm okay with the draw. You guys lost. The people who picked Triple G lost, and they cannot admit it. So as a result, they have all these nuances. You thought that if Canelo dare fight the game plan that you fought versus Triple G, he's getting stretched. Your prediction was not anywhere near the truth because Triple G and Canelo ate each other's best shots. Pause. Right? So don't try to switch it now. And then how are these fans now saying Triple G won, but I'm okay with the draw? That proves to me if you're okay with something other than the rightful decision, then that shows me that you lost. That shows me that you lost. Because if I win, I win. I don't give a fuck what it is. If I win fair and square, let's say Usain Bolt. Let's say Usain Bolt blows the competition and races through the finish line. He's the first one through the finish line, right? But then they say, hey, you and the other guy that you beat, that was a draw. You'd be like, no, I beat him by this much. You're not gonna just look at the tape, and then they show the tape in slow motion, and Usain Bolt's crossing the ribbon first. He's not gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm okay with the draw when he watched the tape again and he crosses the line before. So all the people who are saying Canelo lost, Triple G won, but I'm okay with the draw, to me, that just proves that it sounds like you're salty because your prediction was wrong. Because why would you be content with the draw when you know the other man won? Makes no sense. I would never say I'm okay with the draw when I didn't want when I know that it wasn't a draw. So once again, it sounds like a lot of people are mad that their predictions didn't work. Vanes Martirosyan said if Canelo were to sit there and trade, you couldn't be way more off. Vanes Martirosyan said if Canelo sat there and trade, he's getting stretched like he did versus Golovkin. Canelo did just that, and he didn't get stretched. But now we're supposed to believe that your prediction is so right because you said Triple G won. You know, it just sounds like a lot of people saving face. But then you're claiming you're okay with the draw. You're like, oh, the first fight wasn't really a draw, but the second fight could have been a draw, but Triple G won. So which one is it? So why is it inconceivable to see that a person gave it 7 rounds to 5 Canelo, 8 rounds to 4 Canelo? You know, had something slightly different than you. You know, we know what happens. They just have to get over it. All the people who pick Triple G, good fight, fun fight, good for boxing, drop it. Because you guys look real crazy. Ego Paulie is one of the people saying and calling it a robbery. Well, I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but, you know, notice new media, I don't have to backtrack. I said my prediction, I put it out there, and, you know, it was accurate. And a lot of people in the industry, so it's not like it's just I'm the only one who believes Canelo won. You know, I was one of the first people immediately after the fight to get on here and say, man, I don't know what HBO was talking about. That was easy. You know, Canelo did his thing. It was easy to see he won. And then now you have all these other fighters coming, and these people just don't like to be wrong. That's what it is. It's not that serious. People just don't like to be wrong. You know, Vanes Martirosyan literally said Canelo will get knocked out by Golovkin if he fights Mexican style. Everybody dared Canelo to fight him the style of fight he did. He did it, and then now they're still saying he lost. Fuck out of here. You know, again, a great example is Mayweather Pacquiao. Pacquiao, I believe my employed. All he do is running, right? He said he's running. So if Floyd go in there and dog walk Pacquiao and then walk him down for large chunks of the fight, you know, real aggressive, then how are you going to say he was running again? How are you going to say he lost when he just did a completely different game plan? It's easy, man. Just take the L. When people don't take the L gracefully, it just looks way worse for y'all. You know? I've been humbled many a time. I thought Lomachenko was going to lose to Rigondeaux. And then I didn't, you know? I mean, he didn't. These dudes is like that upset. That upset because their fight prediction didn't work out. You know? And then Abel's saying he knew Canelo was going to fight like that, but had no game plan for it. What is that? Oh, we knew Canelo would do this. Then why didn't you have a more of a sound game plan to look good against him doing it? Canelo won. There really isn't all this controversy. Like I said, I don't care what anyone's saying. I feel like the people whose opinion like that I've heard, the guys that I really respect, they've all said the same thing. Marco Antonio Barrera, you know, Juan Manuel Marquez, Amir Khan, Caleb Plant, Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather Sr., right? And the list goes on and on. Errol Spence, Derek James, Jamal Charlo, right? The list goes on and on and on, you know? And some of those guys like Billy Joe Saunders and Marquez, they don't really act like they like Canelo before this. You know, Billy Joe Saunders was saying he was a shithouse cheat and all this. Marquez has always had a public beef with Canelo and been critical of him. And they're saying it. Like, people, but Paulie said it was a rob. Triple G's own trainer ain't saying it was a rob. It's over for you dudes. It's over for old media, you know? Triple G's own trainer said it was even. Why does he believe it's even, but y'all are saying it's a robbery? You have nowhere to go. Like, I don't understand why people don't see it. You have literally nowhere to go. Like, this would be the equivalent of me saying, oh, fuck that. Mikey Garcia did not beat Robert Easter. Fuck no. I was at the fight, you know? That's like me saying, no way. Robert Easter really won. He controlled him with the jab. And me saying that, and then I say that immediately after I do a live stream, boom, and I get to the post-fight presser, and then Robert Easter is like, he hit hard. He got me looking like Martin on versus Tommy Hearns. Then I would look stupid. I would look stupid that I'm arguing for something that he's not even arguing. He's admitting his defeat. He's the one that's taking it graciously, and I'm trying to sit up here. See, that's why I don't do that. I don't wait for people. I don't care what other people's impression. I look at the fight for what it is objectively, and then I give my thoughts. I would look insane trying to say Robert Easter won the fight, and I'm arguing for something that he's not even arguing for. Do you see how bad this makes them look? Abel Sanchez, everything about them, whether he admits they lost or not, everything about their saying shows that you feel that it could have been a loss. He hated and detested, him and Golovkin detested the fact that the first fight was a draw. Now all of a sudden, Abel Sanchez was like, I had it even. I could see a draw. You didn't think the first fight was a draw, and you called that a robbery, so why are you not calling this one a robbery? Why are you saying you had it even? Why are you saying you're okay with the draw? Because you lost. That's why you would have been okay with the draw, because he would have kept his belts. Right? Why did Golovkin post-fight, they said, who do you think won? He said, I'm not going to say if Canelo won. I'm not going to say who won or who didn't win. He said something, Golovkin said something like that. That's how you know they lost. I'm not going to, all of a sudden now you're not going to. So when they scored it, see, this is so funny. When they scored it a draw, you went against what the judges felt, right? And said, oh, that's bullshit. These guys need to be investigated, right? These guys need to be investigated. That's bullshit. Everyone knows, the world knows it wasn't a draw. We won that fight. But then after this fight, they're asking Golovkin, and he says, hey, I can't say who won or who lost. They gave it to Canelo. Why would you say that? Why, if you're just, humble champ and you just take everything in stride, then why didn't you say that when they scored it a draw? Somebody answer that. These dudes is getting bodied so bad, and the more you squirm, the more you kick and scream, the worse it is, because I'm going to keep thinking of more and more points, and you guys will get destroyed one by one. Ronald Finkley, $2 super chat. I'm a shooter for good because we love boxing. Gang, gang. Anybody step up and answer that question. How come when they said it was a draw, and in your heart of all hearts, you felt you won the first fight, you protested the draw? Now they ask Golovkin post-fight who won, and he said, hey, no, I can't say who won. You said who won when they said it was a draw, so what's changed? Why can you no longer comment, and you can no longer speak English at the post-fight press conference? I was at the first fight. Listen, that's how you know. Golovkin, he lost. He walked out without doing a post-fight. The first fight was a draw. He didn't walk out because he got to retain his belt. The second fight, he lost, and he was mad about it, so he walked out. The first fight, he's speaking English at the podium. Hey, no, I mean, judge in Vegas. No, Vegas judge, right? All that in English. Now he got to speak through a translator. Man, come on, bro. Now you need a translator because you're so mad that you lost. Now you got to have a translator to explain it for you. But you didn't need a translator after you kept your belts and had to draw the first fight. Man, this might be a Kovalev type of situation, because the people who don't take the losses graciously, and have that type of style, you don't necessarily see the former them come back. Listen.
Golovkin, you lose your first fight as a pro.
Listen.
What is the feeling right now?
Just first of all, just congrats Canelo. Today he's going back to home like a champion. I think he feel different options. I feel it's good.
He said, I think he feels different. Yeah, because he knows he actually beat you.
Because, my inside, I feel I'm champion.
You both gave a great fight. Mm-hmm. He came forward this time. Were you surprised by anything Canelo did? What did you feel like in the ring in terms of how the fight went?
Not a big surprise, I'm ready because, just if he going back, just he lost everything and I'm control. I don't lose control.
Doesn't even make sense. He says if he goes back, he lost everything and I'm in control. Okay, so the question was Canelo was the aggressor. That answer doesn't even make sense. And it was spoken through a translator. So he knows the question because the translator's in his ear saying it. So the question was, hey, Canelo came forward this time. He was the aggressor. And he said, hey, no, yeah, because he knows he goes back. He said, I'm in control. Okay, we're not talking about Canelo going back. We're talking about how Canelo surprised you and came forward. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, people. Just listen.
Surprise, I'm ready because just
Listen.
if he going back, just he lost everything, and not big.
Canelo did, what did you feel like in the ring in terms? Were you surprised by anything Canelo did? What did you feel like in the ring in terms of how the fight went?
Not big surprise, I'm ready because just if he going back, just he lost everything, and I'm control. I don't lose control. Just like
He just told you. He said, were you surprised that Canelo came out this aggressive? And he said, hey, no, if he went back, then I'm in control. So he's not surprised because he knew if Canelo was retreating, then he would be in control. So he's basically saying that he wasn't in control, if you really think about it. This is bad, y'all. Listen, he said, were you surprised? He's basically telling you, no, I wasn't surprised because Canelo basically knew he needed to come forward so I wouldn't be in control.
if he going back, just he lost it.
In the ring in terms of how the fight went?
Not big surprise, I'm ready because just if he going back, just he lost everything, and I'm control. I don't lose control. Just I feel I control all rounds. Just every rounds, and last my rounds, just I feel I win. Just the judges not give me point. Just this is not my problem. I take my job.
Listen how he's like, he does not sound confident, yo. He said judges, no more. Post-fight interview after everybody else, after Rubio, after Vanes Matarosin, I was at some of them fights. Triple G did not, he was like, hey, no, not for future. I'm ready, everybody now. Like, he did not sound, he sounds so like tongue twisted. And
Do you want to fight Saul Canelo Alvarez a third time?
Absolutely, just options. If you ready, just I'm ready.
What would you improve after 24 rounds? The judges see it very close still, not in your favor. What do you need to do? What needs to change?
We'll have a great fight. Just this biggest level, the biggest
not
chance,
answering the question.
biggest fight for boxing. I think, I just maybe little bit, minimum for speed, for strategy. Just change. Maybe next time not Vegas, maybe different city.
Hey, bro, does he sound confident? Honestly, let's be real. He said, hey, no, minimum speed, no, if maybe change city, Vegas, no. I've never heard him sound like that after a fight. Where everything, he said change speed, strategy, minimum, this, vending machine, cinnamon, intimate. Is he spitting bars? What is he saying? I like Eminem's intimate. My eminence, venomous. What is he saying? He no change speed. Venomous, cinnamon machine. Mary J. Blige. He didn't even. He's never sounded like this. And then he ends it with, "I need to change the city." You knew you were fighting him in Vegas. You really think the city had something to do with it? That's why everyone. See, I'm telling you, people are sheep. And people know the first fight, Adelaide Bird scorecard, all that bullshit. So they're trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Little did they know it worked against them, because while they're sitting up here trying to vouch for who they wanted to win, or try to make amends and make right for the first fight, or to make in a high profile fight, make excuses as to why their profile or their prediction was wrong. They thought everybody. See, I'm telling you what happens with these promoters, trainers, and stuff. You have a first fight, okay, Ward Kovalev. I'm about to go in on you motherfuckers. You have a first fight like Ward Kovalev. Drama, controversies. A lot of people said Kovalev won. Some people like me said Ward won. Cool. Main events and Kovalev, they kind of milked it, because there were a lot of people that said, hey, Kovalev really should have won that fight. Right? So they used it. Hey, no, he's like son of judges and all this, right? But after the first fight, they kept the same type of attitude, even though he looked significantly worse, Kovalev looked significantly worse with Andre Ward, because they thought the public outcry from the first fight, they thought people would feel the same way if they scream bloody murder, scream low blow and low blow, you know? So you expect people to back you up, but the thing is, people didn't back you up like you expected. People didn't say, they were like, nah, Ward was definitely beating you. You know, they're expecting the controversy from the first fight and then the confusion to bleed over. So when this fight was perceived as close, a lot of people are sheep, so they just expected that people would give it to Golovkin, and they had these early cries of a robbery. And then you hear professionals like Floyd Mayweather Sr., Juan Manuel Marquez, Miguel Cotto, you have Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., you have Caleb Plant, a skilled guy. You have all these guys. You have me, you know, popular channel and whatnot. And we're like, nah, I didn't see all that. It was a good fight, fun fight, good for boxing. Amir Khan, Billy Joe Saunders said it wasn't a robbery, right? And you have all these people. Abel Sanchez said it was equal or even. And they didn't expect this. They were so quick to take the low-hanging fruit and just try to, you know, pin this as a robbery. And then when these interviews of all these fighters came out breaking down the fight, nobody really sided with them. You know, Triple G did this immediately, you know, as he walking back to get his medicals and stuff. He did this interview with ESPN. ESPN even listened to the guy from ESPN interviewing him. He's saying, oh, Canelo came out with a much greater aggressive strategy. Were you surprised by that? Because he's seen it. Sounds like he's seen it like I seen it. And then Triple G, he wasn't expecting. He was expecting everyone to be like they were in the first fight. Oh, it was a robbery. Triple G really won and all this stuff. And a lot of people didn't perceive it like that, you know? So you're basically using this, like the same momentum, if you will, and you're trying to make it like this was controversial, and it wasn't. We've never seen Golovkin do a post-fight interview, and even when he fought Daniel Jacobs, I was at that fight. I was at the post-fight presser. He didn't sound this uncertain. He didn't sound this doubtful and sound like he was lacking in confidence.
And finally, did Canelo fight with Mexican style tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, just he has Mexican style. I have Mexican style. We have a great fight today.
Your feelings on the judge's decision?
First of all, I think that we need to congratulate Canelo and his team.
When have you heard Abel said that? When he felt that they got robbed in the first fight, he wasn't like, oh, we need to congratulate Canelo. He was like, this is bullshit. The judges need to be investigated. This is all the responses of people that they know they lost.
He fought a great fight.
When the first fight, he wasn't praising Canelo, saying he fought a great fight at all. He was just saying, oh, judges, and this is I don't know what we could do to get a clean victory. Now all of a sudden, hey, before I answer your question, let me tell you how well Canelo did, and I'm happy to have a Mexican champion. No, whatever.
Fight that I wanted to see, just so that the fans get what they pay for. You have to. I think that we knew that we had fair judges, and I think you have to take your lumps when they see it go the other way. It'd be foolish for me to start criticizing when I don't win.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to drown myself. You could try this at home. You could be just like me. Triple G may not be the same after this because his team is in disarray. Tom Loeffler is blaming it on Vegas. Triple G was blaming on Vegas. And your own coach says, hey, you got to take your lumps, you know, part of the game. And we knew who the judges were and blah, blah, blah. And he just told you, he said it would be foolish for me to criticize in a fight like this. So Tom Loeffler and Triple G are on their own. Listen, he just said it. He says we knew everything.
That I wanted to see, just so that the fans get what they
listen right here.
You have to. I think that we knew that we had fair judges, and
we knew we had fair judges. So what is Tom Loeffler talking about? We can't get a fair decision in Vegas. Golovkin, I just played what he said, and he says, hey, no, what I need to change in the future is strategy, speed, and not have it in Vegas. They know Vegas don't have nothing to do. Abel just told you. This is too easy, yo.
You have to. I think that we knew that we had fair judges, and I think you have to take your lumps when they see it go the other way. It'd be foolish for me to start criticizing when I don't win. It's a great fight for the fans. I think the fans won. We didn't get it this time, but hopefully they do it again.
Now, Gennady Golovkin was walking backwards most of the fight. Canelo took the fight to
Walking
him,
backwards.
to the surprise of many. Is that what you expected?
That's exactly what I expected. I thought that he was mad enough that he was going to show everybody and show his fans that he could do that. And I'm very happy for him. I thought that he fought a great fight, like I said, and the judges saw him winning, then he won.
What was
Hold
Gennady
on.
lacking tonight? What did
Hold on. This is proof, y'all. I didn't even hear all of this. He just said if the judges had him winning, then he won. But in the first fight, the judges had it a draw, and you protested a draw. Hey, I'm already a legend in this game. Fuck that. It's this a wrap. I didn't even hear him say that until just now. Okay, I'm going to bring this point up again. Smash the like button. Now, after the second fight, he just said if the judges had him winning, then he won. He's praising Canelo instead of shitting on Canelo's performance and saying, hey, this is exactly what the fans wanted. The first fight, the judges said it was a draw, and you were pissed off about it. I'm not giving these bums no hot seat. They on my time now. I'm not doing no hot seats. So they can just keep crying. I don't care. So why is he now saying if the judges had him winning, then he won? But in the first fight, the judges said it was a draw, and you weren't okay with that. So you really know that's not what happened. Because why are you taking it so gracefully? Like, you're taking it on the chin right now, as they say. But in the first fight, you had a draw, and you never took it like that. You were like, oh, something must be done about the commission and judges, and they try to use the layered raps. You're not talking about none of that.
The judges saw him winning, then he won.
what was
Fought a great fight, like I said, and the judges saw him winning, then he won. I said, and the judges saw him winning, then he won. I said, and the judges saw him winning, then he won. I said, and the judges saw him winning, then he won. Fought a great fight, like I said, and the judges saw him winning, then he won. Fight, like I said, and the judges saw him winning, then he won.
What was Gennady lacking tonight? What did he miss about taking the fight over the edge to get a clear win?
I thought that he thought in the end of the last couple rounds, I thought that he was ahead, so he didn't do enough. I kept
He didn't do enough.
11th and 12th that I needed those rounds, and I think the 12th round was a pivotal round. I think the 12th round was a round that lost us the fight. I think the one judge gives it to Gennady, then it's a draw. But what a great fight, man.
12th round lost us the
6,
fight.
It looked like it took a toll on Gennady. How long did it take him to recover from that?
I think that they both landed some great shots. Canelo landed some very good body shots, but they were both solid. They were both complete at the end of the fight. I mean, they both were trying to win. Who knows if it affected him, but I think that in the 11th and 12th round, they both proved to us that they were in great condition and they could take what they were dishing out.
After 24 rounds, there's very little points that separate Canelo and Triple G. Will we get 36 out of these two guys?
That's what makes and creates the rivalries, the greatness of two fighters that are matched so evenly that it's 1 point or 2 points apart. But we'll see Eric and Oscar and Tom get together and discuss it. But I think that the fans would want to see a third one. I think that right now, the fans think that it's 1-1 because the controversy the first time. So yeah, there could be that rubber one, and we'll find out for sure who the better man is. They're both great. They're both. I think that the fans got what their money's worth.
You know what? Shout out to ESPN for the questions. I think those are really some good questions, direct to the point. Tough, questions asking like, oh, Canelo walked you down. He said that too. Good luck. And I give props to Abel Sanchez for sure because he, out of the whole bunch, talked the most shit and sounded the most humble. Tom Loeffler is still saying that the fight need to be out of Vegas and that's why they lost and all this stuff. You can't market Golovkin with the same strategy that you once did. He doesn't have that. Everyone. It's funny. Everyone talks about Floyd Mayweather, but nobody is going 20 plus years in the sport undefeated. Canelo took his loss to Mayweather, arguably lost some other fights. Golovkin couldn't go, Doesn't have anywhere near the resume of Floyd. Couldn't remain undefeated. Man, you dudes, y'all gotta just own it. Abel Sanchez, I give him props because he was the one that talked the greasiest, and he was the one that sounded most humble. You know, I'm gonna go get an iced coffee and come back. We are not stopping. I might fuck around and do a marathon. I'm not doing no hot seats. Let them sit. Let them cry. Let them sulk. You know, again, notice my predictions. There are no takebacks. I said what I said, alpha male style. I'm going to be right or I'm going to be wrong. The thing is, I don't care about being wrong. I really don't. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If we got a good fight out of it, like if I said Golovkin was going to knock out Canelo and we got a good fight, I care more about the sport of boxing than any of these fighters individually. You know, like how they feel or whatever. So I don't care. These dudes care because they talk crazy. They talk so crazy, and then they can't justify it. So they always got to move the goalpost, always got to switch up what they say, always got to act salty, always have a conspiracy theory. You notice I don't do that. I didn't say, oh, Rigondeaux got cursed by Pacquiao's mom, so he lost to Lomachenko. I didn't do that. Rigondeaux even used a hand injury. I never even used that. I never said, like, oh, his hand was... I just said he quit, you know, straight up. So, it's looking bad, man. It's looking bad because all the people, like, you guys are saying stuff that his own team, his trainer ain't even saying. It's a robbery, but his trainer post-fight is saying, hey, it was a good fight. We needed the 12th round, and that's what lost us the fight. That's what Abel just said. So where's this robbery? You guys just say something. You just see a close fight, and it's automatically a robbery. Also, shout out to my dude Tevin Farmer. You know, he joins the list of people who had Canelo winning. He's like, y'all got to stop with this robbery shit. Everything is not a robbery. You know, they wanted to be controversial so bad, and I'm sorry, this one wasn't. You asked for Mexican style, and Canelo came with it. You know, you asked for him to not be on drugs, and to my knowledge, he hasn't failed any drug tests since. You know, he served his suspension as a first-time offender. You know, purged, hasn't fought in a year. Hopefully, everything. I don't know how long clenbuterol stays in your system, but if you're not failing any new drug tests, I don't imagine it'll be in your system from, you know, February-ish all the way to September. You know, without continued use. So unless he fails a drug test or something, that's the only thing y'all would have to say is if he failed another drug test post-fight for this fight, you know. But it's just like, you know, everything's not controversial. Everything's not a robbery. And I'm telling you, I know a lot of people don't know shit about boxing. A lot of people, they're doing this for other reasons. I can assure you. Like, they just don't like Canelo, or, you know, I know for a fact in the Mexican culture, there are some people that don't look at Canelo as, like, you know, he doesn't represent us. They still mad that he vacated the belt, you know, and that, you know, you see it, you know, T-shirts and shit, Mexicans for Golovkin and shit, all this extra shit. They don't want to claim it, you know. They think Canelo's an elitist or spoiled or spoon-fed, didn't come up the hard way. You know, Canelo, to be honest, Canelo, he's aside from how he looks, he's, you know, he shares all the same experience. He's from a Guadalajara, is you know, has shit pop off out there. You know, he came up the hard. He was not, you know, fighting grown ass men at age 15. You know, so it's weird how people pick and choose who resonates with them. Like Julio Cesar Chavez has a similar, started pro in Mexico hella young, you know, and just had to learn on the job. Canelo has that too. So despite how he looks, bottom line is he's a good fighter and he made the adjustments. Okay, all the people saying Golovkin won, does anybody believe that Triple G had made better adjustments in the second fight? He looked better in the second fight. Overall, for the course of 12 rounds, did he look better? Did he make better adjustments? No, he looked worse. Exactly. I like all the people. Oh, it was a robbery. I mean, he didn't do better than he did in the first fight. So that goes to show you who made the adjustment. And to me, Canelo did a risky game plan. Because, you know, you listen to my videos leading up. I picked Canelo via majority decision, so I was 100% right. But he even surprised me with how he came out so aggressive for the first half of the fight. Because I thought that would be foolish because Abel was requesting for him to do that. So I'm like, nah, don't fight Abel's fight. Fight your own fight. You know, run a little bit, box, stand your ground and push him back. I thought he was going to mix it up more. So to be honest, Canelo, he even though I picked him to win and I picked exactly how he would win, he did catch me off guard because I didn't think he would be aggressive, push back. I'm telling you, the blueprint on what to do if you could withstand what Golovkin throws at you. You got to have a chin, you know. You got to, if Golovkin's confidence is the same, which you never know. I'm telling you, punchers sometimes after fights like this are not the same. Look at Lucas Matisse. He was not the same after Danny Garcia. Look at Nonito Donaire. He was not the same after Rigondeaux because certain losses are losses that a fighter can't afford to lose. The first fight was very controversial. I had Golovkin winning. A lot of people had Golovkin winning. But the second fight, you have no excuses. All that, oh, we got to take the fight out of Vegas, that just makes you look bad because you asked for a certain thing. He gave it to you. Your face looked crazy at the end of the fight. A lot of professional boxers, I don't care about press row, but the actual people who've been in the ring, a lot of them are vouching and saying Canelo won that. There's really no controversy. He was pushing Golovkin back as a smaller man. He's doing the year-round drug testing. So, you know, it just makes you guys look crazy. So, you know, Golovkin has to know deep down inside what happened. You know, whether see, this is the thing, people are prideful. So whether he admits it publicly and says, hey, I lost, guys, or not, deep down inside, you can't fake that. You know, if it's like, this is just an analogy, but if I had a relationship, right? I'll use this analogy. If I had a relationship and I had a girl that was really good to me, you know, she like cook sometimes and you know, take care of me, help me out there through my lowest time, and then I cheated on her or some shit, and then she breaks up with me because she's not going to tolerate that, and I knew I lost out on a good thing because she left me, right? That would be harder for me than the opposite. If I knew I was a good dude, you know, and I was helping the situation, I was there for her, and then she cheated on me, that's easier for me to get over. You know why? Because I know I didn't do anything wrong. You know, if I knew I was being a good dude, a stand-up dude, and she cheated on me, then fuck her, you know? Now, I'm not saying that things like that don't hurt, but it's easier to get over when you know you didn't do anything wrong. But if you lost out on something because you fucked up, that's a whole different thing to embrace and to internalize. So, once again, we'll see what Triple G decides next. But you're not going to be able to fake what you feel internally. If you fucked up with that girl, you know internally that you fucked up. You could try to be at the club or on social media and make it look like you're having the time of your life since you broke up with her. But if you're really depressed and deep down inside you know you fucked up and you're not over her and shit like that, you can't fake that. You could fake it for the gram and make it look like, oh yeah, I'm having the time of my life. Look, we're getting drinks and, you know, go on a vacation or something. But you know in your heart of all hearts you're miserable because you know you fucked up, you know? So that's one thing I noticed. You got to, at the end of the day, in life in general, not just boxing, you got to look at that man or woman in the mirror and speak to that person. So Triple G, you know, I don't think he really believes that he won. I really don't. Just listen to how he said, I'm not going to say if I won or lost. I mean, who says that? Because they said it was a draw and then you said you won. So you went against the judges, what they said. You know, Abel Sanchez making statements like, oh, if the judges say Canelo won, he won. You gave in too easy, so that to me shows that you believe he won because they said it was a draw and you didn't just say, hey, if the judges said it was a draw, it was a draw. You didn't take it that graciously the first time. Shout out to Rev TN, $10 super chat. Much love, Ego Army. We work it, people. End of the day, you can't fake what's inside of you. You know, people could fake confidence and make it look like they're really confident, you know, but when it comes down to it, if you're really confident, it's going to show when you're in that situation. You know, people like let's say somebody is like, it's like kind of like a keyboard warrior. You could say whatever, fuck you, bitch, I'll slap the shit out of you, whoop, whoop, whoop. But then when that threat is in front of your face, either you have the heart to fight and you're gonna be that same person, or you're not, you know. And then most people, I would say, probably aren't what they portray. So all that liquid courage or like computer courage where you're talking crazy to, you know, Wilder, shut up, you little bitch, and stuff online, that's cool. That's cool, but you know you wouldn't do that to Wilder and, you know, invade his space and disrespect him in front of his girl or some shit like that in the physical. So bottom line, what I'm saying is, it's like you could try your best to fake certain things, but internally you know how you really feel. Aaron Stinson, I told you, hit me up on YouTube Messenger so I'll clear you out or whatever. You know why some Mexicans don't like Canelo? Tell me. See, I don't care who likes it. Like, it's not. I don't judge fights based on who I like. You know, I base it on what I seen. So that's already a problem. Why would I trust anyone's scorecard if you already have a predisposed vendetta against somebody? Yeah, Aaron Stinson got blocked. That's what I'm saying. Shooters got to chill, because Aaron Stinson, I don't remember ever leaving crazy comments and is a frequent on the channel, and somehow he got blocked, he or she. All right, Jose, let us know. Jose Pacheco has something to say. All right, Aaron, when you get a chance, just send me that message. Jose, we're waiting for you. I'm about to get off here. I'm trying to see what you have to say. He said he has the answers. White Boy Rick says, Mexican culture filled with jealousy. Mexicans envious of Canelo, just like some blacks with Mayweather. He said both Chavez Jr. and Canelo were up and coming, but Canelo got more of the spotlight than Chavez Jr. You know, I remember those wars. I remember that because they were both coming up at the same time. And I remember people were like saying who would have the better career. And Canelo has easily dominated that arena. I don't even know what weight Chavez Jr. He getting robbed by like thoughts and shit in the hotel. So yeah, it's like people. But I mean that was years ago. That was like before Canelo fought Mayweather. Why would people still have a complex or a grudge over Canelo back then? You know. So you know, holding a grudge for, you know, it takes too much energy to hold grudges like that. You mad at some shit that happened in 2008 and you still mad about the shit? You know, because you were wrong in 2008 about who would have the better career? That's crazy. That's mind-blowing. I can't have no grudge from no, yeah, I remember I hated this person when Chingy was out, so I still hate them, unless it was something like real crazy. People wanted Chavez's son to succeed, but Canelo took the light off Chavez, so many Mexicans were mad because Canelo dominated. Well, that, I don't know. That's crazy. If that's true, that's crazy, because that's Chavez Jr., his career has been in the shadow of Canelo's. And that's a wrap, man. The Stream King, I said my piece. Thank you guys for the super chats, for the subscriptions, the shooters. You know, I appreciate all y'all. I might get an iced coffee. I might come back. We might come back to back. Efren said, hey, that's actually true. Well, you know, that's sad. But see, if that is the case for some people, then why would I care about their scorecard? If they're not going to break down the fight and they holding a grudge because Chavez Jr. discipline lacks and, you know, didn't fight in a style and take his career as serious as Canelo did, then that's stupid. You know, so that's going to influence your scorecard. Like that has no place in boxing because it has nothing to do with boxing. Yeah, I mean, Chavez Jr. got whooped by Canelo. Easy work. And I'm out. Holla at the kid, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. The Vampire Stream. I might do a Vampire Stream. I'm feeling good.